Well, listen, the bottom line is the microwave is like above my head. Like I got to reach up. So I need you to like, you're taller.
Then why
so
did
you
you
need to
ask
look
for
in
help?
and fit it. Like I'm just messing around with it right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Good thing Mark Davoli doesn't let us watch the shop too often.
Good thing Mark's not here.
I know he's not.
Because you can't even work a microwave. My goodness, friend.
I wonder if the coffee still tastes good. Let me check.
Sure, yeah.
Yep, it's still fine. It exploded, but it was fine.
That's like
Hey, are you a coffee drinker, Aaron?
Yeah, definitely. Although I've grown into sugar lattes as I've gained some weight, but coffee, at least some form of it every day. Yeah.
Okay, so like, I obviously love coffee, and I'm this guy that I've got the Keurig, and so I have like the normal coffee cup, and if you hit like the big button on the Keurig machine, the coffee goes to. It leaves about, I would say, like an eighth of an inch.
Oh yeah, I've been there
at the top,
it's
right?
close.
Yeah,
and it's really close. And then I put cream in it,
right.
and so it goes like really to the top. So one of my great feats is a lot of times I will leave the house with the coffee in my hand, get to the car, and drive away, and I have like the coffee on my way.
Yeah.
To the station or wherever. And I mean, it's like a true balancing act. Like it creates like this tremendous amount of focus to walk out of the house, not spill, and get in the car, get down the bump on the driveway, put it in reverse and drive and all the rest, and go on my merry way.
Seems pretty impressive to me.
It is. Like, it's actually pretty impressive. Now, once in a while, I'll be like, damn it, spills all over my shorts.
Yep.
And then you're screwed, right? You got to go back in. But here's what I'm really getting at. Even when I go to the kitchen table and have my coffee, once in a while I'll be a little careless and I'll just, like, spill some. I won't be as focused. It is amazing how little amount of coffee can spill out of your cup, and it looks like you spilled the whole cup on the floor.
Man, I'm with you.
Isn't it amazing? Like,
Yeah.
It's one of these weird, like, I don't even know what
magic.
it's called.
It's coffee magic. The same thing happens on my shirt and pants, by the way. I think it's a little drip, and then about a hour later, I'm smelling coffee somewhere, and I look down and I got a huge brown stain on my shirt. Matter of fact,
just amazing.
I did the show with you guys yesterday. I had 2 coffee stains on my shirt and ketchup from breakfast on my pants. I was a complete mess.
Well,
And you almost died from lunch.
I'm telling you, I didn't have good luck with
golly.
food yesterday.
I didn't see your pants. I didn't
wasn't
want to
looking.
tell you about your shirt.
Oh, you knew?
And I was too busy looking at Adam Gotsis.
So I'm saying, you're looking at Adam Gotsis, you,
right.
you couldn't take a peek at me?
Hey, is Tammy Tally on or what?
She is. She's ready to go. Let's do
Very
it.
good.
I wonder if she had any coffee
I don't know.
today.
Tammy Tally, how much coffee do you drink in a day?
I drink 0 coffee.
Come
I've never had a
on.
cup of coffee in my
Amazing.
life.
Amazing.
Never. Never.
I
It's
do
like
not.
child abuse.
I don't
Are you-
know.
Are you hot
I
chocolate?
don't drink anything brown. No Coke, no tea, no bourbon,
Man.
no
Really?
coffee, nothing. No.
Do you drink? Do you have like one of those like jugs that you walk around that looks like you're almost going to the gym because it's so big and heavy that you just try to drink it
Yes,
by the
I
end of the
do.
day?
Yes,
Oh.
and it's very motivational. You know, it says you're almost there. Keep drinking. Yes, I have that. Guilty.
That's awesome. By the way, I will say the dirty secret on me is like until 10 years ago, I had never had a cup of coffee in my life, and now I have like 7 a day.
You have a problem now.
Oh, my goodness.
But anyway, thanks for listening to our coffee exploits. You joined us. Where are you, Miss Tammy Tally?
I am in Altoona, Iowa.
I've heard of Altoona,
I am
Pennsylvania.
joining you from Iowa. And when you come to the airport, there's a big sign, and it's got the shape of the state of Iowa. And it says, yes, this is where Iowa is. And then it outlines it because I guess nobody knows where Iowa is. And I actually had to see that it's, you know, above St. Louis because I'm a huge Cardinal fan, and it's west of Chicago because I hate the Cubs. So I know exactly where it is right there in that mix.
You would know where it is. Well, you are at a. We haven't talked much, but we talked a little. You got to tell us more. You're at a Title IX conference, I believe, right?
Well, it's actually the National High School Athletic Coaches Association. It's a convention here, and it's just the national. So FACA is the Florida Athletic Coaches Association. So it's our organization for the state of Florida, and then this is the national conference
Okay.
for all coaches in the state. Yep, I mean in the country.
Well, you are the athletic director for Duval County and obviously do so much. And one of the things we want to do today is celebrate women's sports and obviously 50-year anniversary of Title IX, and that's a big deal this week. And probably nobody better that has seen the growth of girls' high school sports than yourself, and you've been associated with athletics in a lot of different ways. But can you sum up or at least give us a little bit of insight on how much Title IX has impacted the high school sports scene over the years?
So, I was born before Title IX, that groundbreaking law in 1972, but it has made a lasting impact, I think, on increasing participations for girls' sports. When I played high school sports, and I played 3 sports, I want to say my high school only had 5 or 6 sports that were offered for girls. And now our high schools offer 36 sports, and 18 of those are girls' sports. And so I think that just the opportunities and the access for females to participate in sports has grown tremendously from not only 1972 when Title IX came out, but when I went to high school, and then even now, for our student athletes, our girls to participate.
Well, and the girls, obviously, there's so many terrific athletes. I was talking to you today about Renaya Davis, who's drafted into the WNBA from Ribault High School, played at Tennessee, illustrious career. I mean, so many different from now just playing. I mean, we see it all the time. Obviously, we're heavily involved. My daughter plays softball, so we see that. And it's really refreshing to see just the female athlete. I share this story all the time. Because we're in the baseball, softball world, and so I don't share it publicly that much. But I asked an umpire one time, do you do baseball too? And he's like, no, I don't want to do baseball. Like the girls, it's so much more fun doing softball because the girls are just so much more fun. And they smile more, they appreciate it more. Even when they get mad at a call, they don't get them mad for 5 innings. They just get mad for like a minute, and then it's over. And, there is this level of appreciation for today's female athlete. We were talking about it on a national basis from somebody like Jackie Joyner-Kersee all the way to Serena Williams. But I think at the high school level, there's just this, for us, the authenticity of sport exists on a Friday night in high school football. But for you, I think it exists every day in every sport that you're a part of, right?
Most definitely it does. And just now that our girls have role models to look up to, more female coaches, more female athletic directors, and even female officials. So it is huge, not only in our city in Jacksonville, but the state of Florida and across the country.
What else gets accomplished, by the way, not just maybe from the female sports side of things, but what gets accomplished at a conference that you're at this week in Iowa? Like what will come out of this for that maybe will benefit Duval County and even Northeast Florida schools?
So it's just an opportunity for us to collaborate. And I feel like myself, I'm a lifelong learner. And so anything that I can do with professional development to, master my craft as far as athletic administration is concerned. So, I've attended sessions on, social media, how to brand your high school or your district, and talking about sportsmanship and how to make sure that your schools or your districts are participating and showing good sportsmanship. And then, I presented this morning on a session called disaster response, and it's just being prepared in the event that there's an emergency. What type of emergency action plans do you have? How do you practice those emergency action plans? What do you do in the event, of lightning? How do you make sure that your PA announcer, has all the right things to say so that your fans know? So it's just an opportunity to collaborate and learn what people across the country are doing, and to be able basically to steal their ideas, bring them back to your, high school or your district, and make things better where you're at.
Tammy Talley with us, athletic director in Duval County. She's out in Altoona, Iowa, at the national conference, and more on that in just one moment. I want to bounce back to female sports for one last thing, and it's obviously come a long, long way, female sports, female athletes in the high school level. Does it have further to go? Are there benchmarks still to reach? Is there work still being done to promote female sports, female athletes even more?
Definitely. I mean, it's come a long way, and I think it just continues to improve. A perfect example is facilities. the boys' facilities always used to be way better than the girls' facilities. And now I think because of Title IX and the things that our community have done, that our female facilities continue to improve, with having girls weightlifting and making sure that we have a separate girls' weight room, making sure that the girls' softball dugouts are not just, fence, while the boys' dugouts are made out of concrete block and different things like that. So we definitely continue to improve as far as female sports is concerned.
By the way, a big congratulations in order to Miss Tammy Talley, who out at this conference has been named a finalist with the National High School Athletic Coaches Association. And it's a prestigious award in the athletic director arena. And that is a pretty cool honor, and nobody more deserving and earned it. You're obviously one of the best, beloved around here for everything you do for the student athletes. So that's pretty cool to be recognized for all the work that you have done. I'm sure you can't wait to be acknowledged. You love the spotlight so much.
Yeah. It is truly an honor. I mean, just to be named one of the top 8 in the country. And when I hear all of my competition, I mean, they're just as good, if not better, than I am doing the same work. And we just do it because, we love kids and we love, athletics, and we love our community, and just an honor to be the top 8. I am super excited just to be here.
Well, it's very cool. And when do they? Is that tonight that you'll find out if you win the national award?
Yep, I will find out if I win tonight. My husband says I'm already a winner because I made the top 8 in the country.
Oh, yes, you are. He's right.
whether I come home with any hardware or not, I am a winner, right?
Yes, you absolutely are, and I know all of Duval County believes the same. Thanks so much for jumping on, talking a little bit about girls' sports at the high school level, and big-time congratulations to you. Seriously, doing an unbelievable job for high school athletics, and enjoy the trip, and hopefully we'll be able to call you a national winner, but we believe, like your husband, you're already a big winner. Thank you.
Thanks, Brent. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Tammy Talley. But I didn't want to embarrass her anymore, but I have the email. Mm-hmm. And Tammy, if you don't know Tammy and Down, she seriously is all world, awesome, and so helpful when it comes to so many different things on the high school level. But in celebrating women in sports, and that's what we're trying to do a little bit this week here on Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Here's the part of the email that Shelton Cruz, who's the executive director of the Florida Athletic Coaches Association, sent. He said FACA, which is, I hope, FACA, Florida Athletic Coaches Association. Very proud of her and what she does for our state association student athletes. She has been contacted with additional information regarding the awards presentation. We are proud that each year our Florida Athletic Coaches Association coaches are in the top 8 with at least one national winner for the past 5 or 6 years. We hope she will be a national winner this year, too. Thank you for allowing her to serve in the many roles she has over the past 10 years with our association, where she served as the first female president of the organization.
Wow.
So that's Tammy Talley as well. So you think about women's sports and impact on athletes, look at what Tammy Talley's doing from an administrative role. And, by the way, you've probably seen Miss Talley over at UNF Osprey games.
Probably.
Yeah. Big UNF Osprey.
Hey.
And
got to be proud of that.
When I'm calling the games, I see Tammy Talley right across the way.
There you go.
She's like in my eyesight.
It's a popular place to be.
It is.
Swoop.
Swoop
Up.
So, appreciate Tammy Talley coming on and continue to celebrate women's athletics and girls' athletics, even at the high school level, here on Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Let's talk a little football when we come back. We'll do so from Davoli's House of Cards on ESPN 690.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
When you look at a schedule, it reveals more than even the schedule what you really think about that team. Bad teams, their schedules always look brutal because they're no good, so you don't think they're going to win many games. Good teams, you look at the schedule, oh, it's not so bad because they're favored in a lot of those games. I guess I would also take the under on the Jets, but just. Like, I think 5.5 games is right. I'll take the under.
Key, J, and Max. Followed by Greeny. Mornings on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Hey, Dad? Cool if I change this?
They may not get each other's music, but they can both get a COVID-19 booster shot. Because the CDC recommends booster shots for people 12 years and older after completion of a primary series. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is a firm that practices family law exclusively. We focus on only one area of the law to maximize our strength and effectiveness as advocates for clients that have everything on the line: their homes, savings, and most importantly, their children. We're the partner our clients count on.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Jacksonville area attorneys. Offices in Jacksonville and by appointment only in Ponte Vedra Beach. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Hi, this is Keith Gurr, president of American Window Products. We are Jacksonville's oldest replacement window company. We have been providing excellent service for over 38 years and still have an A+ rating. At American Window Products, we have helped over 36,000 homeowners, and we don't use subcontractors. Right now, we're offering a free installation on 6 or more windows, as well as a free energy package. Go to AmericanWindowProducts.com and click for an estimate. That's AmericanWindowProducts.com. American Window Products, we are the window professionals.
A new era is here for Jaguars football. New championship-winning coach, new superstars, and new optimism. One consistent this fall is Tailgaters Parking will still be delivering the very best tailgating experience at the bank all season. Tailgaters Parking doesn't just talk a big game. They're right across the street from TIAA Bank Field. Offer clean, permanent restrooms, food options, a full liquor bar, and all parking spots are on a well-kept grass lot. Check out Tailgaters Parking at tailgatorsparking.com to reserve your spot today.
This man has just entered the gas price madness zone, pushed over the edge by skyrocketing gas prices. The remedy? Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you just say there's a free app I can get that'll actually pay me cash back on every gallon of gas I buy?
Yes. Escape the gas price madness zone with the Upside app and earn real cash back on every gallon of gas you buy.
Yeah. Enough of the theatrics. Just tell me more about this Upside app.
Okay, it's super easy. Just download the free app and use it whenever you buy gas. Upside users can earn hundreds of dollars in cash back.
Wow, thanks, announcer guy. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PICK for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICK for a 25 cents per gallon or more bonus on your first tank.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Action Sports Jacks. Watch, listen, subscribe. You can watch us on CBS 47 and Fox 30. You can listen right here on ESPN 690. And you can subscribe to our YouTube and podcast, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Action Sports Jacks. Watch, listen, subscribe. This is crazy news for the Baltimore Ravens organization. And sad news. I don't know where that's crazy. It's just, wow. This just in, according to, in the last 6 minutes, this is a TMZ report. The Ravens haven't confirmed it, but according to Jamal Lewis, his former teammate, Tony Siragusa has died at the age of 55.
That's a young end to a life if that's the case.
Wow.
55 is not old. It wasn't old 20 years ago. It's certainly not old today.
It's definitely not old today. And, what an unbelievably horrific day for the Ravens organization. Tony Siragusa would be remembered as one of the great personalities, really, in the NFL. Just an unbelievable personality. He did some sideline stuff for a while. He actually recreated the sideline game when they put a player out of the booth and he would be very active in the broadcast, on the field. Remember that?
Yeah, you
remember him in broadcasts?
You talk about personalities in sports all the time. This guy, can you think of a bigger football personality before it was in vogue to be that. I mean, this guy was huge.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, we talked Gronk yesterday, but he was kind of like Gronk before Gronk.
Yeah.
It gave personality to that Ravens defense. And so why do I say it's such a sad day for the Ravens organization and the NFL? Earlier in the day, Jalen Ferguson, obviously lesser known, but, I mean, doesn't take away from the tragedy at all. The Baltimore Ravens issued a statement on the passing of Jalen Ferguson, who was just 26 years old and part of their franchise still. What I have not seen here, guys, is cause of death on Ferguson. Have you guys seen that?
They're not releasing any cause of death yet.
But he leaves behind a family. I think I saw him with a wife and a couple of kids.
Yeah.
And they're this is what they say: kind, respected young man with a big smile and infectious personality, and passes away at the age of 26. And yeah, they have not listed, or at least I haven't seen publicly, cause of death. And now, just hours later, again waiting for the Ravens to confirm and others to confirm, but TMZ is reporting. And I know we sometimes scoff at TMZ, but they're reporting with Jamal Lewis attribution, who probably was a close friend,
right,
that Tony Siragusa has passed.
And actually a few people now reporting, a few different teammates chiming in. I think Brad Jackson also being quoted saying that Siragusa, he believes, died in his sleep. So more rumors coming out about how and when this happened.
I'm going to tell you, in a weird way, our Dream 18 golf tournament, I run it based off a Tony Siragusa golf tournament that I went to.
Really?
It's the best golf tournament I've ever seen. Now, I'm not saying it's the best one ever done. I'm just saying the best one I've ever been to. It was at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut, and I was working in Rhode Island at the time. And he's got all these celebrities, so, we don't have the celebrities come to ours. But, guys, I'm not kidding, and this fit the persona and personality of Siragusa. He had stuff going on every hole, and it was like 5-course meal on every hole. He had ribs.
That's the way to do an event right there.
I mean, he had Hooters. He had he had all this stuff along with celebrities and the golf and all the rest. And it was just it was a perfect fit. Now, I mean, you think Tony Siragusa, you think party. You think Brent Martineau, you probably don't think party. We're not doing it to that degree, but we have some, I always say, it's if I'm going to do a golf tournament, I'm doing it like Siragusa did it. Food on a lot of the holes, music, all this stuff. And then through the years, I took some of the things that I like from other tournaments too, and got rid of some things that I don't like. And but I mean, seriously, when I think of Tony Siragusa, I think of that golf tournament. And also that Tony Siragusa golf tournament that I covered, it was the first time I ever met really my favorite athlete. Well, one of my favorite athletes as a kid, Dan Marino. So I always remember Siragusa because of that. I got to cover that event and then got to meet Dan Marino.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now he's part of the inspiration behind the Dream 18. And now he's passed away. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What an incredibly sad day for the Ravens organization, seriously. So thoughts with all of them. Hopefully we'll get some more information out about Tony Siragusa. But, you're not wrong, Aaron. You think of Gronk, he's kind of even in the broadcasty way, if he had stuck with it, felt like he could have been Chuck. He could have been Charles Barkley.
Yes, a Charles Barkley level personality, yes.
I mean, nobody's Charles, but you get my point. There's nobody like that in the NFL that's an analyst. That's Barkley-esque. Barkley would be the best NFL analyst.
In every sport, really.
But Siragusa had a chance. You saw some of the stuff Siragusa did, okay, this guy might be able to be if he really wants to, be like him. We'll give you more details on the passing of Tony Siragusa. We've just seen a lot of young players pass away. Now, young people pass away recently out of the sport of football. We'll be back. Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690, live from Davoli's House of Cards.
Celsius Essential Energy is Jacksonville's official energy drink of summer, and Jacksonville summers are energized by Celsius. If you see ESPN 690 out and about this summer, come grab a free sample of Celsius Essential Energy. Live fit.
Be yourself and bank your way at Community First. Get free checking with rewards, your paycheck deposited a day early, and free digital tools. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
This should get your attention. You can get a freeze and squeeze at iCryo in St. Johns County. That means a visit to the cryo chamber and compression, two of the lifestyle services available at iCryo. And on Wellness Wednesdays, the freeze and squeeze is just $39. Also on Wednesdays, buy one, get one 50% off on vitamin shots and 20% off IV infusions. There's something for everyone at iCryo. Customizable packages, and if your kid is an athlete, how about the Student Athlete Pass for $99? iCryo in St. Johns County at the Pavilion at Durbin Park.
Honey, I'm home.
Don't honey me. I'm still mad at you.
I know, and I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
You and those cheap do-it-yourself cameras. I told you, call SafeTouch, but no, you tried to save a buck. So when those two thieves broke in, our kids were locked in the closet trying to call 911. SafeTouch cameras would have alerted the thieves that they were being recorded, and you and I would have been notified with actual video on our smartphones. The SafeTouch two-way communicator would have already had the emergency authorities on the way.
I know. We really need the SafeTouch 5-star security and surveillance system. I'll call today.
I already did. SafeTouch is installing our new 5-star surveillance system in the morning.
Every family needs the SafeTouch security and surveillance system. Call now and get a free demonstration. 888-723-8682 or online at safetouch.com. Dramatization of actual event. EF 0000233. Terms and conditions apply.
I started my business in 1986 and began paying employees. I would handwrite checks and say, "Here you go, don't cash it until Tuesday." That came to a screeching halt when a teenage employee said his dad wanted to see his pay stub. Pay stub? We don't have pay stubs. Get back to work. He said, "Dad works for the government and state law requires I receive a pay stub." Uh-oh. Hi, I'm Mike Capel, CEO of Patriot Software. After many emergency calls, I learned how to correctly withhold payroll taxes and create pay stubs. I avoided handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit that day, barely. That's why I created Patriot Software, to help small business owners do their payroll taxes correctly with pay stubs. And if you need help, we will help you for free. Go to patriotsoftware.com and enter promo code RADIO, and I'll give you 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Every day, canine officers and their canine partners risk their lives to keep us safe. Now they need our support more than ever. The state of Florida has approved the sale of a new Canines United license plate. $25 from each plate sold will help fund essential equipment like trauma kits, heat alarms, and bulletproof vests, as well as training for canine units across Florida. But 3,000 tags must be pre-sold before they can be produced. So please visit caninesunited.org today to order yours and help protect those who protect and serve our communities.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Thunderous dunks, crunching body slams, blazing fastballs, heart-racing game winners. Women's work is never done. SiriusXM is recognizing the 50th anniversary of Title IX by shining a light on how far we've come and how much further we need to go to ensure women have an equal chance to be great. Hear women's games, news and analysis of women's sports, and more. The 50th anniversary of Title IX. Download the SiriusXM app and listen now.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. This is Action Sports Jacks with Brent Martineau.
Welcome back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz, Aaron Schachter here on a Wednesday. We're live from Davoli's House of Cards. So quiet in here, Davoli's today.
It's literally just us in here, yeah.
Right now, yeah.
Somebody did come in and bought a new box, which was a amount of money, so I hope he pulls a good card.
Oh, that'd be good. I feel like, I don't know if Mark's coming in today or I'm going to have to just buy one. We got to do like a pack battle or something before you go in the next hour. You're leaving at like 5, right, to go back up to the studio?
I guess.
Is that the plan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Little unboxing video?
Yeah, I mean, we have these pack battles sometimes
Yeah.
on the show.
Brent
which
loses
is
a
fun.
lot to children and adults.
Yeah, I've lost to the kids. Like, we really are going to make it a bigger thing. We're going to have, like, the kids out. We're going to come back in July sometimes. We've got the next couple weeks off, but we're going to come back and have, like, a little camp day or something with the kids.
That's fun.
Right? I mean, it's the cool part about cards, and I've learned so much about the card industry, and I still really don't know a whole lot, but I've learned so much. The best part of doing the show here at Davoli's House of Cards is the conversation and education I get about it during breaks and before and after the show. Like, I'll spend like 45 minutes here after the show talking cards.
It's true.
And it's like, wow. It amazes me. It just amazes me how different the business is or the world of cards is than when I grew up. And it's just not even close to what it was. Like, it's card business, but it's not nearly what it was.
It's like it's the only thing whose prices rose with inflation.
Yeah, and the pandemic, it's a great story out of the pandemic. I mean, it is a survivor story out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like, the business was, I don't want to say dead, but it was like dormant. And it was at least plateaued or whatever, if you want to say. I don't know what word. It was kind of dead, right?
Yeah, rest in peace.
And the direct, I don't know if there's another business like it. Like, there are some businesses that thrived in the pandemic, but I'm not sure there's another business that actually came to life or was revived. Because there are probably some businesses that came to life in the pandemic, like the hand sanitizer and the mask business, right? Yeah. But was there hand sanitizer was never a thing before. Like, baseball cards were a thing before.
Yeah.
This business was absolutely revived because of the pandemic.
You know, what's interesting is that pre-pandemic, when the card market was in a lull, no one was really looking at football and basketball cards for some significant value at that point, and the pandemic just blew all of that up too. Lots of collectibles all brought on during that pandemic.
Well, and I will say this, and I know people are like a little funny. I love like kind of throwing out some crypto and NFT stuff, and just because it's a fascinating discussion, and you know you're here nor there on it, and some people can't stand it, some people love it, and blah blah blah, and that's okay. But I do like, in a weird way, the card business is feels like the NFT business.
Well, it's definitely an investment these days, right? People are putting big money into it and making back really big money.
Well, and not only that, it's the rarity of it, right? Like, rarity is a word. And I always go to, our favorite card as a kid was Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck, 89. I had 5 of them. I'm like, this thing is going to be, if it's not Honus Wagner, it's going to be like having a Bob Gibson rookie card, you know? And 40 years later, when I'm 50 and I'm on the radio in Jacksonville and I'm talking, I'm going to have a card that's worth $40,000, and I've got 5 of them.
There were a few of those when we were growing up. Certainly the Mark McGwire Topps rookie was one of them.
The USA card, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one.
Ah, that USA card, you're right. I remember that.
That Barry Bonds rookie card was one of them.
I also have that.
But the crazy thing is, it's not true.
Well, it's not a $40,000 card, no.
No, it's still $80.
Never will be. Yeah, it never will be.
That card is $80.
And by the way, if you look at the cards from the mid '80s or whenever the last time the card market was really hot, cards today, it's a completely different animal. It's like looking at a Yugo versus a Lamborghini.
Well, it's mass-produced versus not mass-produced.
And that's the key, right?
Yeah,
there were millions of Ken Griffey. Can you find out how much the Ken Griffey Jr. card really is?
Sure.
I wonder if it's PSA 10 now.
I will tell you.
That's a whole nother world, right? That was Beckett for us, Aaron.
Yeah, man.
And we just looked it up. But, yeah, it's just it's wild. And I'm so fascinated by it. I love it. I'm not collecting it, although.
I don't know, man. You were texting me last night.
No, I know. I'm going to get a Trevor. I have not purchased a card, since I was 12, 14. I don't know, something like that. Whoa.
Yeah, it's got some money on it. Yeah.
I'm getting this. Ken Griffey Jr. is 1825.
PSA 10. Yeah.
PSA 10.
PSA 10.
Yes, which is Super rare, especially with older cards.
Wow. I didn't realize it would be that much.
Yeah, you really have to put that thing in like museum glass the second you get it.
What about like Brent's is probably not PSA 10.
No, you're probably at like a 6.
Heck, mine's probably like melted
Or
in my
4.
attic back home.
But I mean, even the slightest scratch on some of these. I mean, look at Davoli's. Walk around Davoli's showroom. They've got a couple of 9s and 9.5s up there on the wall. Like you can't find the blemish.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple that now have a little Cuban coffee on them.
It's going to be an expensive cup of coffee for you, Brett.
It sold for $90 raw the other day.
Okay, so that's kind of like the card I probably have.
Mm-hmm.
So $90.
That's pretty good.
Now hear me out on this.
That's not pretty good. It was like $45 in like 1994.
It's better than my Bitcoin investment's doing.
Hear me out, Brent. Ken only does about 2 signings every other year.
Ah, there it is.
You send it in, you get it done, you PSA it, you don't grade the card, you just grade the autograph, it gets a 10, you sell it for $1,000, you paid $250 to get the card done, boom.
That's the other thing, by the way, to get the PSA grading, you have to send that card away, and it's gone for maybe months.
Oh,
it is months.
That's the craziest thing, right?
That is like anxiety-ridden right there.
Oh, man, so it's just not – it's got to be, though. I mean, like that is the craziest part. It's what does it cost, like $90?
Not anymore. It just went down. It's actually super cheap right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Because they were so filled that they raised the price,
You're
right?
likely paying $30 or $50 right now. But,
okay.
But to your point, when at the height of the pandemic, it was like $250 for the lowest option. Because what happened is before cards went extinct and they were in the Walmarts and there was nothing to do because of COVID, everyone went and bought them. And then everyone sent in Bo Bichette rookies and any rookies that you were pulling out of retail. That's why the Bo Bichette rookies PSA 10 go for $20 because there's like 6,000 of them PSA 10.
Wow.
So that's what happened. They got backed up from that point in time, which is why the price went up. They just now caught up.
Wow. And yeah, again, that shows you the boom, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the boom story. But seriously, you bring up a good point. Aaron, what else would you do this with? So I buy Trevor Lawrence today, right? Or buy a pack. Give me something decent like that I would pull from here.
Football?
Yeah.
Illusions.
All right, so Illusions, and I get a Lawrence. Can I get an auto there or no?
In hobby.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't want an auto. I want a Lawrence 1 of 10.
You could, yes.
Okay, so I get a Trevor Lawrence 1 of 10. Give me a guess. Like, how much would that be?
Raw?
Yeah, just $150.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have to send it in for what was $90, which is now $50. It goes away for like 3 months.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
All right, a month and a half.
No, you're right. You're
3
right.
months, whatever it is. And then I get it back in hopes of it being like a PSA 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's not – you're not literally blind for 3 months. When they get it, they tell you,
okay.
And then you can search your card.
Oh, you can. So you can kind of track it.
Sort of. Like there's – so, for example, if you're sending in a 1 of 10.
Yeah.
What are the odds? Well, you can look this up before you send it in. You can type in the card, and you can see, well, you know there's only 10 of them. So if nobody else has sent one in and you send yours in, the first one graded is yours.
Yeah.
So they'll put it in their system before you get the card back.
I see.
So if a 9 pops up, it's yours. Or somebody happened to pull one at the same time and send it in as well.
Yeah, true. Okay.
But for the most part, you know.
And if it is a 10, then it's now worth like $1,200.
But the difference between a Gem Mint 10 and a 9 or a 9.5, the value gets cut in like half.
It does. I mean, it's pretty significant. But let's just say I got the 10. So now I see it up on the website. I got the 10, and now I'm just praying that they send it back to me and it doesn't get intercepted.
By a mailman who's like on the hunt for a Christmas bonus. Yeah.
Which, by the way, is a real thing.
Well, of course it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I just bought like a camera 2 weeks ago, and I got the camera. I didn't. I got the box. The camera was stolen.
No.
Seriously?
Yes.
It's not this camera right here.
It is. That's the new one.
Did they shove anything in the box to trick you, like a brick or
No,
something
they just put the box back. They taped it back up. Like, the bottom was out of it.
Rough.
And so, like, that's the weird part about the card. Like, I have to take that risk with the camera. I bought it.
And by the way, if you're one of these nefarious people, like everything being sent to these grading centers, has value.
Well, true. I mean,
so, like, how do you get around that?
Yeah, I don't know. But, like, what other – like, there's I don't know what else there is like that. Like, that's a wild business.
Yeah.
That you're not going to scratch off a lottery ticket and then send the lottery ticket that's worth $10,000 for approval that you scratched it correctly.
Right.
And then hope that it comes back to you in a check.
That's what I'm saying to you, Casey. Like, maybe it's hard to relate because you haven't had the experience in your collecting career. But at some point, you stick at this long enough, you're going to have something of extreme significant value. And whether or not they have a secure way to tell you where they're at in the process, if you send a $150,000 autograph or card to somebody, you're going to be nervous until you get it back.
Been there, brother.
You trust the system, though. I appreciate that.
It's a humble brag by Casey right there.
I trust the system.
Yeah.
But
That's
I mean,
cool. You have no other choice.
I've had stuff go missing, not
You're
from PSA,
you're
but
like Brooks Koepka. You have no other choice.
Yeah. Stuff's gone missing before. It happens. Like, it's not just a card business. There's memorabilia business involved, and it's happened to everybody, and it's unfortunate. But
You got a big heartbreak you want to tell me about to brighten my day?
I don't have one that comes to mind, but I know it's happened.
I'm just trying to put some smiles on faces out there.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Brooks Koepka, how wild is it that Jay Monahan, the PGA Tour commissioner, earlier this month was at his wedding?
Yeah.
And he just said, see ya.
Friends close, enemies closer. I'm sure Greg Norman was there, too.
Yeah, I wonder.
Doing some business, yeah.
No way he wasn't.
I doubt it.
Isn't that a little crazy, Aaron? Like, this is a weird, this whole thing's weird. Because, first of all, I'm trying to think. Trevor Lawrence got married before he got drafted. So, give me somebody. Josh Allen's already. I'm losing guys here.
Christian Kirk.
All right, so Christian Kirk gets married, and he's getting married next week. First of all, does he invite even Shad Khan?
Yes.
And does he invite Roger Goodell?
You invite rich people.
I mean,
so, yeah.
Maybe Casey's got a point, but I can tell you, since working in this company, I've been married twice. Did the old double dip. Didn't invite my bosses to either wedding.
Yeah, but there's a difference between your boss and Shad Khan.
That's fair. If one of my bosses was going to bring like a 1,000,000-foot yacht to the party, then maybe he gets an invite. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, I'm probably not inviting Doug Peterson, to answer your question.
But yeah, like, I guess the point is, do you find it weird that Jay Monahan was at Brooks Koepka's wedding?
Yes, I do. But mostly because he's significantly older and doesn't really give me the vibes of I want to party like a frat boy at Florida State, because that's what Brooks' wedding was. So I think personally Jay Monahan was a little bit out of place at the wedding.
Yeah, it's really odd, man. It's like
I saw the videos from the wedding. They were wilding, and I did not see Jay up there wilding with them.
You really enjoyed these videos. I've heard about these a few times now.
Yeah, no,
they were great.
Brooks Koepka video searcher.
And they're going down the Brooks Koepka rabbit hole on YouTube.
I was going to say, it's a TikTok thing. He's
yeah, YouTube. Come on, bro. Jenna was posted on her story like crazy. Jenna Koepka, that is.
I just find it. I think it's wild. That's a wild dynamic. And I would say this: Jay Monahan now feels like he's got guys like Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas and even Colin Morikawa, milk or cereal first guy, on his side, right? So, but do you trust that? Because 3 weeks ago he was invited to Brooks Koepka's wedding, and he was wilding in these TikTok videos.
He wasn't wilding, but
wilding.
Yeah. And now 3 weeks later, he basically just was like, "See you, dude."
Maybe.
I mean, that's the ultimate spurn, I would think. Like that seems.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Maybe he had him and Greg there, and he was like, all right, whoever wilds out the best is whose tour I'm playing for. Whoever can show that I'm worthy of being on their tour, I'm going. But yeah, it's weird. No doubt about it. It's odd.
That is crazy.
It's awkward now, at the, reunion or whatever. It's going to be awkward for sure.
Tell me if you guys think this is more awkward than Monahan going to Koepka's wedding and then Koepka hopping in the station wagon, telling him he's out for milk, and then gone forever. My wedding, my second wedding, I was still doing the music program directing, and I had a couple of, work relationships with record reps from these record labels who try and push new music on you. And one of them, Mets fan, we bonded over sports and stuff like that. He made the joke, "Oh, you don't invite me to your wedding." This guy lives in New York. I'm getting married in Jacksonville. So I'm like, "Hey, man, you want to go? That's fine. You're now officially invited." I didn't send him an invite or anything. I just said it over the phone thinking, there's no way this guy's coming. Maybe he's going to, cut a check and send it. I don't even know if it's legal for me to take that check, by the way. I wasn't going to. In any case, we're at the wedding. My wedding, by the way, my second wedding, 30, 35 people, my father-in-law's backyard. It wasn't some big thing. It was a DIY thing we did for $4,000 or whatever it was. In out of nowhere walks in the record rep. And so he gets there. He sees there's no other work people here. There's no other record reps at this wedding. There's no radio people for him to talk to. He comes over, gives me a hug, says congratulations, and leaves.
Just left.
He flew to Jacksonville from New York, came to my wedding, peeped it for 3.5 minutes, said congratulations, and went home.
That's awkward.
To this day, the weirdest thing I've ever experienced with someone from work.
To this day.
That's
weird.
That is pretty awesome in a way. That's
I don't
like
think
a kind of a flex.
I don't think it's awkward for you, at least.
I think he thought he was coming to a party.
Have you talked to him since?
Yes, but we never talk about the wedding. I don't want to embarrass him. I
Did
think
your
he's
wedding
embarrassed.
suck?
I thought it was good, but like I said, a $4,000 wedding, you're not going to get like disco balls and all kinds of smoke machines and stuff. We had like a radio playlist. We had one of my friends did the officiating. Like it was really a no frills wedding.
That's what
cool,
we just had.
That's cool. I will say this. I say this all the time to kind of more in private. If there is one day in my life I could relive,
oh, you've told me this.
It's the wedding day.
Aw, that's very sweet.
It's got nothing to do with the vows, man.
What was it? Was it the food? It's got to be the food.
I was like, I always say, sorry, Steph. I mean, that was good too. But
who cares about the vows?
I'm talking about that. It's like,
Fred's going to be the doghouse.
Like, you didn't know where I was going. Like if I could do one day over, I got to be really careful the way I stated that, right?
Sure. Brett's going to come in 50% lighter tomorrow.
Yes. Hide the money. Where can I go? Give me some advice.
You got watches. You got to put them in watches.
I actually did think about that. I'll ask this question in a minute. And I'm not nearing a divorce or anything. At least not yet. That I know.
Prepping. Okay.
But,
we'll keep talking, and you might.
So the reason I say it is, see, we got married so young. We were married right out of college, 22 years old.
Yeah.
But your college days are awesome, right?
Sure.
Awesome time. And Steph played volleyball, and I played baseball, and we were coming off a great high anyway because we had gone to the College World Series, and so like I liked everybody on the team, and we had this great camaraderie, and Steph's from Ohio. We do the wedding in Ohio, and my family's mostly from New England. So, but it's just like it's the only time, and again, ours was a little bit bigger. You guys are different stages of your life. You maybe did it a little different way, but like it was everybody you knew. And people that you didn't know, too, some people, right? But most everybody that you knew or cared about or whatever, they were all there in one place.
Yeah.
Like, I think like people write songs about this stuff, but the only other time will be at your like funeral, right?
And that didn't ruin the day for you? You didn't feel pressure to come say hi and hang with everybody, especially people you don't normally see? Well, you're like, oh, this is the one chance, and I don't have enough time to like focus on it.
Here's one of the things about that, I believe. I was so – maybe this is where youth helped. Like, I probably didn't know any better and probably should have done some different things. Like, if I was a little older and wiser at the time, like, Brett, you should probably spend a little more time over here. You should have spent a little time over here or whatever. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know traditions of weddings. Like, somebody tell me what to do next, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll dance with my mom now. Great. And all this stuff. And so – but it's just like I always remember it for that. It was just like this happy, fun time, like this great 8 hours or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so it's like if that's one day, and now it's like would be so hard to duplicate it because once you live more of your life and move around, now you're like, oh, shoot, I have to add this person and this person. And so like the longer you go, there's benefits to getting married later. But one of the non-benefits is if you've moved around a lot, you meet a lot more people.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, shoot, do I have to invite them? Do I have to invite them? Like, I had maxed out, man. I was like 22 years. So all I knew is I had to invite my friends from home, family from home, and the baseball team.
I didn't invite anybody.
That was good, too, though.
I got friends that I've had for 10-plus years that I didn't invite, and they are upset I found out.
I wonder why your bank account's so low.
They're mad.
Why do people get mad about not being invited to a wedding? You don't ever worry about that with me, okay? You don't have to invite me to a wedding.
He's lying right now.
No, seriously, you don't have to invite me to a wedding.
Because I don't want to go.
I'll even get you a gift. I don't care, but you have to invite me.
Casey didn't want to be invited to his own wedding.
Listen, I did. I had a great time. But seriously, I just had a friend at my house who, by the way, I know was upset, didn't get invited. But he said, it was cool. I said, you're lying. But then he told me about another mutual friend we have. He's like, he was pissed.
Really?
Like, he doesn't even want to talk to you. I'm
It's like this badge,
really?
right?
Yeah, man.
I was like, we only had 23 total humans at this thing.
Yeah, and you think you're going to be one of them?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Get over it.
It's a large list to be left off of, though.
Listen.
Build a bridge.
Hey, you're off to a great start, Casey, because one of my secrets of life is don't have too many friends. You've already canceled one of them, so that's awesome.
And now I'm down to 6.
I do have a question about, like, divorce and crypto. And also, speaking of crypto, Trevor Lawrence has chimed in.
I see that.
We got a response going.
Trevor Lawrence does not tweet much. Interesting that he chimed in on this one.
Doesn't like being called an idiot, I think, is what the problem.
He calls
by the
people
way,
an
if you
idiot.
see him at the beach, he's still buying.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll be back on Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, live from Davoli's House of Cards.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly sunny and hot today. Highs 90 to 95, dropping into the low 70s tonight. Partly sunny and a very hot Thursday. Just an isolated afternoon thunderstorm tomorrow, but most spots yet another dry day with highs reaching the mid to upper 90s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jacks.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds.
Beards has higher quality diamonds for less money than any other store.
Welcome to Daytona Soccer Fest, the all-in-one soccer, music, cars, and much more 4th of July weekend spectacular. We're building a soccer stadium at Daytona International Speedway, and matches will be played there for the first time in history. Also, full concerts from Raul Alejandro and Chance the Rapper, Toyota Thrill Rides, and the World Freestyle Federation. Daily passes starting at $99. Get your tickets at DaytonaSoccerFest.com. For a limited time, buy one, get one free.
You know what's great about getting older? The toys are way cooler. Spring is here, and it's playtime. Yeah! And One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, has slash loan rates across the board on all the toys. Motorcycles, jet skis, boats, RVs, ATVs, even golf carts. And it's fun and potentially dangerous. One-to-One Financial has the perfect loan to help you finance it. Check out our rock-bottom rates and apply now at one-to-one-FCU.org. Come out and play. Federally insured by NCUA.
Let me ask you something. Are you tired of hearing no? It's kind of a bummer, right? Nobody likes to hear no, so then let me ask the obvious. Are you ready to hear yes? Then you better get to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. Yes, Arlington has 400 pre-owned on the lot and ready to test drive. Yes, Arlington has all makes and models. Yes, Arlington will help you get financed. Plus, Arlington's 30-day exchange program comes with your purchase. One last question. Are you going to find the vehicle you really want? Yes. Just shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at Action Sports Jacks, Dream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to Action Sports Jacks, Dream18.com.
This man has just entered the gas price madness zone, pushed over the edge by skyrocketing gas prices. The remedy? Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you just say there's a free app I can get that'll actually pay me cash back on every gallon of gas I buy?
Yes. Escape the gas price madness zone with the Upside app and earn real cash back on every gallon of gas you buy.
Yeah. Enough of the theatrics. Just tell me more about this Upside app.
Okay, it's super easy. Just download the free app and use it whenever you buy gas. Upside users can earn hundreds of dollars in cash back.
Wow, thanks, announcer guy. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy buy gas. Use promo code PICK for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICK for a 25 cents per gallon or more bonus on your first tank.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
What's up? It's Casey. Check out our brand new show, The Dream 18 Show, sponsored by Florida Georgia Windows and Doors, right here on ESPN 690 on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. If you like golf, you're going to like this show. The Dream 18 Show, Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Hey, welcome back to Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. We are live at Davoli's House of Cards. That's what we do on a Wednesday. We have the Dream 18 Show at 2 o'clock, and then this show 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. We call it Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Brett Martineau, Casey Kurtz, Aaron Schachter, and Brian Middleton will join Casey at 6 o'clock for Action Sports Jacks OT. Jumbo Shrimp played this afternoon. Wander Franco. Oh, he was here today with Durham. He's doing a rehab. Ty was telling me the whole Rays team is like hurt. So that was cool. I didn't realize Wander was here.
It's a big name.
Yeah, it's a great name. Why don't you put a headset on and talk instead of like talk to me like without a headset on? Like that's how radio works.
He's trying to lose another friend.
What are you doing? So what were you saying about Wander?
Wander played today.
Good.
Luis Patino pitched last night.
All
Two
right.
guys that are important to the Rays here in Jacksonville.
Did you go get autographs today or yesterday?
Am I here?
Well, I mean before. Like at
No,
10
I didn't
o'clock
go
this
at
morning.
8 a.m.
You didn't?
They got to be in by 9. Fun fact. Game's at 12.
I love how he knows this whole scene.
Yeah, he's really into it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. He knows it all. He knows like he can tell you right now where like if Tom Hanks is flying somewhere.
I probably could.
It's crazy.
It's a gift.
It's a gift and a curse.
It's also highly something we shouldn't talk about on the radio.
Yeah, okay.
That part of it. But the baseball part of it, no, that's
I'm
common.
just saying you know it. I'm not
I do.
asking you to tell us where.
Yeah, I know
I'm
things.
just saying these are the kind of things he knows.
I will tell you I did consider going down there this morning.
So do you need more Wander stuff?
Always.
Always. Can't get enough of it.
He's awesome.
You see, we were there for Wander Franco like number 5 necklace day.
Oh, you guys went to the chain giveaway?
We got chain giveaway.
That's
Chain
sick.
gang.
And so how about this? One of our buddies that were there, Ty's buddy, and, well, our buddies too.
This is going to
the
come
Harveys.
full circle. Just don't let me forget, but keep going.
You might have bought it. So he put his up on eBay for $39. Did you buy it?
No, but I'm glad you said it. What is his name?
Your
Your friend.
Did
Yeah.
it?
Who put it up?
Henner Harvey.
I didn't need a whole government name. What's his first name? Sorry.
Henner.
Henner?
Yeah.
Hey, Henner, I want to tell you something.
Oh.
That is a racket that I and my friends at the Trop became a thing. We've been selling bobbleheads. We've been selling giveaways for 10 years, and I'm so proud that somebody kept it going.
Nice job, Henner.
Well done.
Henner, by the way, is behind me buying this Trevor Lawrence card, too. He heard the show yesterday. He's like, I'll go in with you.
Oh.
So we're partnering up.
Got a
Love
backer.
this kid.
I think I'm paying for it all, but we're partnering up.
Yeah, I like that. I love
Smart
that even
kid.
more. Smart kid. So I love the
He
fact
really is a smart kid.
that he's selling the giveaways. But to come full circle, Brent, my two friends that are mad about not coming to the wedding were supposed to go to that game, and then one flaked on the other. Can you believe that?
You think he bought one of the things for $39?
He
Could have
did.
been.
He might have bought Henner's thing.
That's a great, see, here's the deal. Ty wears number 5.
Oh, that's good. That's
right?
ironic, yeah.
So now Kaylee and Ty and Steph and me have a 5. So somewhere along the way,
it's beautiful.
We're breaking out the 5s
Yeah.
at a tie game.
Oh, yeah.
Just to embarrass him.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I mean, like I told Ty, I said, Ty, I think you should just wear that like
in the game.
Yeah, like swag.
Yeah.
Swag out.
100%.
Right? I mean, Ty, he is just full of swag.
He is the most swagger-filled kid I've seen.
So, he really cares about the swag, Ty.
Yeah.
So, but they're actually, pretty cool things.
Yeah.
Right?
They had a 3D billboard
in your language, and Aaron, just so you know, this is they're the
saying.
ice.
Yeah.
You're iced out with this number 5.
Yeah.
That's what the kids say.
Have you seen the necklace in real life?
Nah.
Oh, my God.
How much do you think that is worth? Like $300,000?
Yeah. I mean, it's massive.
There's no way he paid for it, though. It's definitely on loan. A lot of these famous guys, they get these free jewelry, these free necklaces and huge rings, and as long as they IG about it or something, they get it on the arm.
You know what's interesting to me is why would a jewelry place from a necklace, why would they endorse, say, an athlete to wear that brand? How would I know he's wearing your brand?
They're supposed to talk about it. They're supposed to tell people that this is who the jeweler. This is why there's a real famous jeweler in the hip hop world, Jacob the Jeweler, and he made his whole deal by giving millions and millions of dollars of iced out necklaces out, as long as these people would either have him in the music video or tweet about him, and now Instagram about him, and then this guy became one of the biggest things out there.
Oh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get Nike, right? They got the swoosh.
Yep.
And you can see it.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about the jewelry. All right, listen, I got some serious stuff to get to. We're talking about weddings. So I was thinking this. I'm not on the verge of divorce yet, I don't think. Happily married. Everything's good. In fact, in July, it'll be 23 years.
Wow, that's pretty big.
That? 23 years.
Nice.
So, but I was thinking.
Man.
I was you know how I don't you know how this works better. Sorry to bring it up, but Aaron, you do. Hey, listen. You're in the majority. A lot of people get divorced. It's okay.
Sure.
So there's a split, right, of the finances of some kind. Sometimes it's amicable, sometimes it has to be in a court of law.
Sometimes it's both. That was my first divorce. We were kind of not amicable, but at the same time, we didn't want to go down the lawyer route. So you're gonna have to come to an agreement.
Okay, and so you did, and I don't know what those things equal, but usually it seems is it still true? Does the husband, the guy, do they get kind of hammered in this deal?
So here's how it works, or at least how it worked in 2010 when I got my divorce.
I just don't want to speak out of turn.
They give you a worksheet, right? And so on the worksheet you figure out, if you have kids, how much does it cost to take care of the kids? And then whatever that number is, they look at what your income is. So if you make 60% of your household income pie and your wife or soon-to-be ex-wife makes 40% of that pie, then, Brent, you're responsible for 60% of that child care cost, and the wife would be responsible for 40%. So they're making up that child support payment like that. With no kids, they're basically, as far as I understand, looking at what did you accumulate during the marriage? What did you accumulate? 401k, pension, income, assets, houses, cars. Because whatever happened during the marriage, whether it was you or her, you guys are splitting that down the middle, unless you've got a contract that says otherwise.
Okay, so I'm sure people have beaten the system before, with offshore accounts and stuff.
Oh, I got better, though. We used to have a general manager who was in this building. I'll leave the name out because he's still around. Apparently, he visited the
last
top
day of the show.
Don't worry, they're not listening to the show.
He visited the top 5 lawyers in town, already knowing that he had a lawyer in his pocket from Orlando that he liked. He visited the top 5 divorce lawyers in town just so when his ex went to go get a lawyer, none of those 5 lawyers could work with her because of a conflict of interests. I thought that was pretty brilliant.
That is pretty brilliant. That is good. That's a good one. So, okay, what I'm getting at here is if you have crypto, which can be undetected in this kind of circumstance, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm sitting on a crypto wallet with 200. I'm not, but I wish I was. But with 250 grand in it.
Okay.
And my wife has no idea I've got that much money in it. She's not into crypto, and we get divorced. Are they going to ever find that?
So if she's got a good legal team, they'll do some kind of forensic audit on your records, and they can request your bank records. And if you're buying the crypto through your bank, like most people do with Coinbase or Binance.us, any of these wallets, you're basically taken $50 from your checking account and thrown it in crypto or whatever. So they will trace that in there. Or if your wife knows you've got the wallet, they could just ask you for the records. If you don't give them up, they could subpoena the whatever wallet company you're using. But they treat them like securities, which is essentially the same as like stocks. So whatever you accumulate during that marriage, you're going to be on the hook to give up.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, just letting you guys all think out there. I mean, I know we have a male-dominated audience, not to leave the ladies out as we celebrate women in sports these next few days. But we want to also, give advice where we can. Crypto's a new thing.
Men, do your thing, but ladies, if you're listening, take them for everything it's got.
That's right. Yeah. You heard it right here, Amanda.
Fun fact about me and Amanda, we started dating
You have a prenup.
8 years ago today.
I saw that on Twitter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you supposed to
At a
celebrate
Pirates
like
game.
your first date?
This is not first date. This is when we started dating.
Okay.
When he's on his
that's
second
a different
marriage,
thing.
he'll no longer celebrate the first date or when you start
Honestly,
dating.
I don't know that date. I have no idea.
So she told me, this is funny. She told me like 2 days ago. She's like, "Hey, we don't do that anymore. Like we don't celebrate that day."
Yeah.
I was
tend
like,
to agree with her.
I was like, "Okay, but this is a trick." I was like, I don't know fully yet.
You're right, Casey.
Yeah.
So then I doubled down. I was like, "Hey, like we're just moving on with like the day." And she's like, "For sure." I was like, "Great." I woke up and there was a card, and I was like,
You got hammered. You got screwed.
Nailed
"Yeah."
it.
So I'm gonna have to stop at Walgreens on the way.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you just said. Like, your first date's not when you. That
No.
doesn't count as like your.
You're talking about when
origin?
you started the relationship, right?
Yeah. We went on a couple dates, feel out the situation.
Okay.
Then we went to a Pirates and Rays game, and then I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. So that's like the real time.
Yeah. First date
There's
was
a distinction there.
was a Red Sox game.
That's when you should have started.
There's a story for a different day about that, Brent. I'm not going to tell it on the air because I'll get into it.
All right. Hey, speaking of crypto, real quick, did you see Trevor Lawrence? There's a big story going around. We might have to bridge this into the next segment, but we're giving you divorce advice. Took up some time.
Well, Aaron was.
This is narrative that Trevor Lawrence lost like $15 million in the crypto crash because he signed on with a crypto blockchain, I believe, and put like his signing bonus in crypto. Well, the national narrative is he took, I think, $24 million, which was his signing bonus when he signed his NFL contract, and put it into crypto. And that would be worth $9 million today. So he essentially lost $15 million.
Some money.
Which, by the way, he hasn't lost unless he sold it.
Yeah.
Because crypto probably will come back up to some
He's just currently
degree.
down that
He's currently down.
But by the way, now they're reporting that the signing bonus he took in crypto was from the crypto blockchain company, not his NFL signing bonus.
That's the moral of the story, and that's what has Trevor Lawrence tweeting. Trevor Lawrence doesn't tweet very often.
Never.
But he tweeted about this. We share more on it when we come back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
What's up? It's Casey of Action Sports Jacks, and the local coverage on ESPN 690 is expanding yet again. After Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, we have been bringing you overtime on Mondays and Thursdays, but that has now changed. You can catch Brian Middleton and myself daily after Action Sports Jacks and leading you into Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. So starting at 3 p.m. daily, we will have local coverage all night from Action Sports Jacks to OT to Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, all right here on ESPN 690.
Spring deals are making moves at your First Coast Acura dealers with $1,000 in down payment assistance and market-leading APR offers when you pre-order the 2022 Acura RDX crossover SUV. FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com. Shop loyalty appreciation offers.
This year, CGC Water Treatment is celebrating 75 years in business. Happy anniversary to them. Put their experience to work for you. Discover how good your water can be with a new Connecticut softener and drinking water system. I've had mine for a handful of years now. Absolutely love it at the house. Connecticut's twin tank, non-electric softeners are the most efficient softeners available, and their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. If you're not filtering your water, You are the filter. Don't be the filter. Call today and save hundreds, even thousands on a complete home solution for city and well water. Financing available with approved credit. And because the professionals at CGC Water are committed to being your go-to water experts, you can trust their master plumber with all your plumbing needs as well. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Right now, you can take advantage of the $75 drain cleaning special. Call for details. CGC Water Treatment are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm a proud customer of CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Connecticut dealer. It's where I take my family to play golf, and you can take yours as well. The Golf Club at Southampton. It's the home of the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18, and it can be your golf destination. Enjoy your golf experience by calling 287-PLAY, 287-PLAY. Play some golf or maybe practice some golf at one of the newest facilities in the area. Grab some lunch or dinner, too. Southampton has it all. 287-PLAY for tee times and more. The Golf Club at Southampton, the home of the Dream 18. My home course. Make it your home course, too.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. That summer heat's right around the corner, and so are those high energy bills. Don't just sweat it out. Do something about it. Call Koala Insulation today for your free evaluation. We don't quote over the phone or just poke our heads up in your attic. We do a full evaluation to include attic ventilation needs as well as insulation.
Give us a call at 904-679-6282 or online at koalainsulation.com.
In Florida, it's not if the storms are coming, it's when the storms are coming. And that's why you need the Chief. Jacksonville's chief meteorologist, Mike Burrish, with a proven track record of keeping local families safe. Rain, heat, hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes. We get it all. Just more reasons why you need the Chief. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish, backed by the First Alert Weather Team. Only on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jacks.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cashback Match. Now to recap and say cashback one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 7730 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 7730. Enjoy.
Hey, everybody, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jacks. There's a good chance you have a smart speaker, so use it with ESPN 690. Stay up to date on the Jags and all things sports by telling Alexa or Google to play ESPN 690. It's as easy as that. Make sure you listen weekdays, 3 until 6 p.m. on ESPN 690.
Hey, welcome back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Brent Martin, Casey Kurtz, Aaron Schachter here from Davoli's House of Cards on a Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well, having a good week, having a good summer. Summer's probably flying by, right? You know, it's interesting. I talked to my sister the other day, or actually just was like texting. I was like, hey, how's everything going? Nice of me to check in, I thought. And
give yourself some credit, all right?
Yeah, I don't do it very often. But and so she said, oh, great, the kids are out of school this week. I'm like, they're what? They're just getting out of school?
That's up north.
I mean, it's crazy. You forget about that.
Yeah.
When I grew up, I would just be getting out of school. And then, of course, you have all August if you live up north.
Sure.
But I mean, holy cow, we're so used to getting out, the kids getting out like, even this year was late.
Yeah,
like,
a little bit more than usual, yeah.
Yeah, right, because I think they're still catching up from the COVID stuff where they
Right.
started a little bit later. And it's just wild to think about that kids are still in school somewhere in the country, and our kids have been out for like a month.
A month, yeah. The vacation's half over. I just told that to my son last night, my 6-year-old. I was like, your summer vacation is just about halfway over. I thought he was going to start crying. I don't think he really gets it.
You know what?
It really
I
hit
feel
him.
for him, man. I feel for him. A couple of things. I want to get to the Trevor Lawrence story, but I do want, if you're just jumping in, some really sad news out of Baltimore today. Lost a young player, Jalen Ferguson, and who, to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about from a playing standpoint, but he's been in the NFL now for 3-4 years, and obviously the Ravens speak very highly of him. We don't know cause of death. Leaves behind a family. I think I saw 2 kids and a wife in a post. And sad story, and on the heels of a couple of young people dying now in the NFL world over the last week or so. And then this afternoon, this one will catch your attention even more. TMZ reported, and now it's been confirmed by various sources, that former Raven Tony Siragusa passed away at the age of 55. And, I mean, you talk about a character, big guy, right? And defensive tackle, played for the great Ravens defenses. And he passed away. And, I told you guys about the golf tournament I did, that I went and covered his golf tournament. I don't even know how long he did that tournament. It might have been just a one-off thing, but he did it at Foxwoods, or maybe it moved around. Some of the celebrities, they do some different things. Well, Steph just texted me, and she said, "What? He was the best, so nice, and I have his autograph somewhere," because she came with me. Steph used to come with me on some of the things I covered before we had kids.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was actually fun. Like when I was in Louisiana, we'd cover high school football, and I'd have to do a triple hopper an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
And Steph would come with me, and she'd be like my intern, covering high school football, because we're in Louisiana in the middle of nowhere, and she had nothing else to do on a Friday night. So, but she did. So what Steph used to do early on when she would come to these events, because we had the CBS Charity Classic, Billy Andre and Brad Faxon, I covered that for a few years up in Rhode Island, and they would have a bunch of guests, like big golfers. I think Arnold Palmer came one year, Jack Nicklaus, and this was some 20 years ago. I think they still do it. And so she had a thing where she would get golf balls signed. And so then we got, you guys ever see those racks, where you can
display the balls?
Display. Thanks for the word display. That's what I was looking for. And so at one time in New York, when we lived there, we had this, 48 ball rack with a glass case.
Nice.
All signed. And it's after a while, you're who was that? Who was that one, right?
So, what do you ultimately do with those? Do you get rid of them, or are they stashed now?
Now they're
not
stashed.
the Arnold Palmer one, or what?
Well, Arnold Palmer, I believe, is the story of Arnold Palmer, and you know this from the collection stuff. He wouldn't sign a golf ball.
Oh, you're right.
So he was one of the guys that – there are some players that wouldn't sign golf balls.
That's
and
true.
so he signed a scorecard, and
there you
so
go.
Steph she put the scorecard in there.
What a pro.
Yeah.
What a pro.
And so but anyway, Steph had a blast doing that. It was just kind of cool time. And so I forgot she was with me for the Siragusa thing. And at the time, the Siragusa one, again, I'm in Providence, I'm 23 years old, 24 years old. So I'm I'm in the TV business, this is great. It's what I want to do. And again, I'm on the heels of Dan Marino had retired in 99. Doug Flutie was a legend in my world. It was the first game I remember watching. And so these guys were both at this event along with a bunch of other stars. And I'll never forget, Marino signed a football. I have a Marino signed football somewhere in the house now. And he took a picture.
Were you working?
No, I did it. I didn't care at that point. I was fanboying and working.
Okay, good.
And
you are the reason that there's no autographs on the media passes now.
Yeah, I will say, it was a good setting for it, And Steph would kind of sneakily be she wasn't holding the microphone and then asking for autographs. She was kind of just the autographs.
She was helping to work it, yeah.
Does Steph need to make side money at this point?
But
it sounds like she's a great
it was
hire.
before eBay. We weren't selling it. We were just
collecting.
We are now.
And I will tell you this. So I think you now you say that, you're like, well, Brent, were you supposed to be working it? And I was like, yeah, I probably was supposed to be working it. But I do think that's there's only 2 times I remember taking pictures with somebody in an event that I covered. And that
Who were
was
they?
one.
What was the other?
And Marino was one, and Garth Brooks was the other.
Ah, that's a big one.
Oh, I couldn't help Garth Brooks. To be honest with you, by the time I got to see Garth Brooks, it was bigger than seeing Marino.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And I'm telling you, you guys don't understand. Like, I was a Marino fan. This is what people think, like, still, because I'm from New England, I'm like a Patriots fan, and I'm not. I was a Marino fan. I had teal or whatever. What's the color? Is it?
It's like a sea green or something.
Yeah, like I would before the Jags, right? I would say that was like a teal color. And now
Teal's more of a blue. That's more of like a sea foam, I think.
Yeah,
Dolphins blue.
Whatever their color is, right? I kind of look at greenish to me. Well, I had my carpet in my bedroom was that. Like Marino was
gross.
Everywhere.
That's really gross.
Yeah, no, I had Dolphins and Marino everywhere. I thought I was a big Dolphins fan. I turned out to be a big Marino fan.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, like I didn't know that at the time until he retired, and I was like, screw the Dolphins. I don't
You're
care
like,
if they're
this
any
carpet sucks.
good. Well, I was way gone by then, but I'm just telling you, like ever since I was a kid, I was a big Marino fan. And so those were like the two. Now that I think about it, and you said it, and you rightfully called me out. It's like, Brent, are you covering this thing, or are you like fanboying? And I guess I was kind of fanboying because I was like, holy crap, this is Dan Marino. Like, I love this guy.
So just to be clear, if we cover an event for ESPN 690 and Derek Jeter's there,
Yeah,
I can whip out the jersey.
Yeah, like I think a jersey's a little much. All I do is take a picture, okay?
You said he signed a football.
Well, he did, but I asked him, like, I'm going to take a picture. That's all I care about.
Casey's
But
like,
if you don't
Mr.
mind,
Jeter.
Kaylee, Steph might have, she might have got the football sign, like, on the side.
Well, let's double check on that.
So
you can make an investment.
You made me think there, though. I've been doing this for 20-whatever years, and I think those are the only two pictures I've taken. You know,
That's
outside
impressive.
of like when I go, like, if we're hosting Calais Campbell show and stuff, like, we've done pictures with those
Pictures
guys,
that you take for your personal.
as I'm, like, working an event.
Yeah.
You know? I think that's it.
Really?
Yeah. I might be wrong, but I do think that's it. I'm trying to be as honest as I can. And
Well,
I don't
I
think
will be
there's
taking
another
a picture with Jeter if we get
like,
to that point.
here's one more. The only other one I would probably do. Now, listen, I would have done Jordan a couple weeks ago.
You weren't working.
But I wasn't working, so that's cool. But probably the only other guy I would take a picture of, and probably less for me, but my buddy Pat would love it if I did, is Larry Bird. I was a huge Larry Bird fan. And so if I did an event and I saw Larry Bird, I'd be like, Larry, I got to take a picture with you, man.
Tell you to get
every
lost.
Every night of my childhood, I went to bed watching you, Larry.
Oh, I love the way. I hope you would say it to him just like that.
And he
like
would
an
look
awkward, like we have to.
Yeah, we got to do it.
I don't
man.
even want to, but
I know
we
you don't
have
want
to
do it either, but I got to do this. Like, I got to have this awkward moment with you and say, like, I remember saying it to Garth Brooks. I'm like, listen, I hate when people do this stuff, but I got to do it. Like, I've got to ask you if I can take a picture.
But like Garth is a nice guy, so you were getting that picture. I don't think you're getting the picture from Larry.
Yeah, Larry might be tough.
That's true.
But Garth was cool. But, like, I even, like, prefaced it with, listen, I hate to do this because, like, I hate when people do this.
I'm sure he's never heard that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but like, I genuinely meant it. Like, since Dan Marino, like, in 2003, I hadn't asked.
True.
So
When
like
was this?
It was at Riverside, well, Lee High School then, but Riverside. He did a clinic before the concert. And this was probably in like 17 or 16 or something like
recently.
that. Oh, somewhat recent.
You had a lot to lose.
Well, it was Garth Brooks, man. It wasn't like I was like I'm going to see Garth a lot. Like I'm not going to see his people a lot.
You in that moment you decided, you know what?
Oh yeah, I was going for it.
Bump Action News Jax. I need this photo.
But now I didn't get an autograph or anything.
Is there a line?
I think there's a difference. See, I think you can take a picture.
Like, because the media pass definitely says no autographs. It doesn't say no photos.
Yeah, I don't think it says photos.
It
but
doesn't.
I think you can get away with the photo more than being like, hey, can I get your autograph?
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't even think Marino, I probably did. Because I was very aware of the professional nature even when I was young of the business. Like, I grew up wanting to get in the business, so I knew it. But I think Steph
Meanwhile,
probably...
Steph's behind you shaking the paint pen like, hey, Dan, this thing's ready.
Steph, I did bring got her in there to do it. So... That's fast. I wonder how many people do that, seriously.
Here's the move, and I learned it the hard way. Instead of doing the meet and greet photo that's all awkward with your arm around somebody, and it looks like you guys just met in the picture, you need to be chatting them up about something and then have Steph or whoever your partner is take some of those candids. Then it looks like you guys are hanging out.
Well, those are cool, right? Like, those are cool now when people take – that's the way to get it. You're
Yes.
right.
Yes.
You're right. That is the – in action.
Is this why you won't let me get anywhere near Trevor Lawrence?
like I don't think it's weird. Like we cover the Jags so much, and I know I'm going to be around Trevor so much that like I've never asked like Trevor like be like, hey, can take a picture, you know?
Yeah, but like here's why it's different for you, right? In this scenario with Trevor. Like you can just go grab a screen cap of the day that he got here because there you are interviewing him. That's a picture with the man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess it's just, it is a little bit different. And I'm now, like, I was a fan of Garth, a fan of Dan Marino at a different stage of my life before the business.
Yes.
Like, now I'm in the business with Trevor. It's like,
I don't need a picture
I hope the kid does awesome. But I'm not like,
Ty and Kaylee, though.
Yeah, they probably would, but even they don't clamor for that stuff much. Kaylee actually a little bit more than Ty, which is interesting. She loves coming to the shows.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got to take a break. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. When are we going to talk about this Trevor crypto stuff? Maybe next. Football at 5.
We also have to open cards at some point.
Oh, yeah. Don't you have to leave?
I'll write it out.
There's nobody here to buy it from. Take them all.
Mark, if you're listening, you better show up, bro.
We'll be back on ESPN 690. This show is like all over the place.
Off the road.
And I love it. Having fun. Hope you are too here on a Wednesday.
This man has just entered the gas price madness zone, pushed over the edge by skyrocketing gas prices. The remedy? Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you just say there's a free app I can get that'll actually pay me cash back on every gallon of gas I buy?
Yes. Escape the gas price madness zone with the Upside app and earn real cash back on every gallon of gas you buy.
Yeah. Enough of the theatrics. Just tell me more about this Upside app.
Okay, it's super easy. Just download the free app and use it whenever you buy gas. Upside users can earn hundreds of dollars in cash back.
Wow, thanks, announcer guy. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PICK for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICK for a 25 cents per gallon or more bonus on your first tank.
Our friends over at Arlington Toyota want to know, what drives you? How about great service? Or what about getting more with your purchase? Then prepare yourself for the drive of a lifetime when you buy from Arlington Toyota. Arlington has over 500 new Toyotas available with inventory arriving daily. You also get a lifetime warranty with your purchase, plus 30 days to love your new purchase or exchange it. What drives you is what they do at Arlington Toyota. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
A new era is here for Jaguars football. New championship-winning coach, new superstars, and new optimism. One consistent this fall is Tailgaters Parking will still be delivering the very best tailgating experience at the bank all season. Tailgaters Parking doesn't just talk a big game. They're right across the street from TIAA Bank Field. Offer clean, permanent restrooms, food options, a full liquor bar, and all parking spots are on a well-kept grass lot. Check out Tailgaters Parking at tailgatersparking.com to reserve your spot today.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. You'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. This is Action Sports Jacks with Brent Martineau.
Hey, welcome back. It is a Wednesday, and it's football at 5. It's Davoli's House of Cards here on a Wednesday. Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz, Aaron Schachter back in the studio pushing the buttons. This guy can do it all. Ryan Middleton has entered the studio, too.
I have.
Did you kick my headset on the ground?
I did not, no. Stop blaming others.
I didn't do it.
Well, then, so that means
Gravity?
I must have done it. Gravity did it.
Isaac Newton?
Be careful with the headsets. Those are $300. I probably paid for that. Oh, yeah, it is.
Really?
$299 for that sucker right there.
You should have bought cards.
Ah, man.
Middleton, what up with you, man?
Nothing too much. How you holding up?
Chilling, bro.
Why do you talk to Middleton like totally different than you talk to me?
More comfortable?
What's up with you, man? Why you can't say that to me?
I could, but we never start the show like that. Like, let's starting the show, everything. You'll be like, blah, blah, blah. You'll say your thing. I'll be like, Brent, what up with you, mate?
Do you find, Aaron, do you talk to people in a different way?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think I do. I'm talking about, like, if I was talking, I have a meeting tomorrow with the bosses.
You have you're like a one-tone person. Like,
yeah,
I'm speaking to you exactly how I'm speaking to, like, Idiot Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Idiot Casey, Harvard grad.
Yeah, it's
all
all
going to get the same me.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, what do you like? You have like a trio of ways to talk?
Oh, yeah,
one
I got
to
8
Brent,
or 9, yeah.
One to Middleton, one to Amanda.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of swearing that goes on when you talk to Aaron.
There's a lot of swearing when I don't talk into this.
Well, me too, really.
It's just mostly a lot of that.
It's amazing how you can control it, right?
I always worried about that from the beginning, but, like, it's weird. You just go to, like, a different place.
We've had interviews before where we've worried about that. I'll give you a prime example. Jihad Ward. We had him on TV a lot last year, and I was genuinely concerned that we were going to have to use like a button in TV, which you don't really use the button very much in TV. There is one to use, but you don't really use it.
Use it a whole lot in radio.
You use it a lot in radio. You're right, and so you're ready for it. So you're not really prepared for it. But I remember telling listen, this guy, I don't know. Like I know it
could be close.
He swears a lot, and he's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he'll know how to channel it, filter it. Does he know some people just don't know the setting they're on, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Draymond Green who knew exactly what setting and says it anyway. But
that's Draymond.
But anyway, Jihad was awesome. Like never even came close.
Meanwhile, AJ Can's making me die for the dumb button that one day.
That's right, AJ Can. I do think that's one of you find this, Aaron, because you've probably done a lot of taped interviews.
Sure.
And you do it with artists and other genres or walks
other people.
of life.
I
whatever,
interviewed
right?
Mayor Alvin Brown a few years ago. I do all walks of life.
Yeah, so the podcast form, like you can say anything you want in a podcast.
Yeah, there's no rules on language, although you will get the explicit mark. It hurts you in an algorithm, and it makes it a little harder to surface on some of these sites.
Oh, does it? I didn't realize that the explicit term hurts you.
Sure.
I figured it would help you these days.
Yeah. I mean, it may make it a little more controversial, give it a little more heat. But as far as the automated search functionality, it kind of hurts your algo score on a lot of the big platforms.
I had no idea.
Interesting. But I think people, when they're on the radio, kind of feel like it's a podcasty in a sense.
Yeah.
Where you might have more of a tendency to slip up.
I mean, I'd almost rather them feel that comfortable and kind of worry about the damage on the other side.
Well, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Just better have a decent producer.
Still on the hunt, Brent. Still on the hunt.
Still on the hunt. All right. Hey, we got to get to this Trevor story. And so the crypto world is the crypto world. And if you missed this, really started floating around, I think, yesterday, that some of the national folks were out there like, hey, Trevor Lawrence and other athletes, not just Trevor, has said, I was putting my signing bonus into crypto, and I'm doing X endorsement now for X blockchain and crypto whatever. And it became a thing for the athlete, right? Didn't Odell Beckham Jr. put like his whole salary in or something like that?
Yeah.
Talked about.
There are a few guys that went down that road, yeah.
And so for Trevor Lawrence, like, it's the first money he's made in the NFL, right? It's $24 million signing bonus.
That's a large chunk, by the way, to throw into crypto as a not, 9-figure net worth kind of person.
Yeah, I'm not sure too many people would advise you to take your first $24 million and put it there.
No way.
Right? And you might be a little more conservative with your first $24 million. And so anyway, people assumed that whatever deal he had done was his signing bonus. And as I said earlier in the show, the crypto crash, and by the way, the stock market probably wouldn't be doing too much better if you had just put it in that. But the crypto crash would lead Trevor, if he had put $24 million in, to have $9.
That's a big drop-off.
$15 million loss. Again, I think it's important to say, I mean, has he really lost it if he didn't sell it out or take it out? Well, no. I mean, there's a chance crypto will come back up. We'll hope the stock market comes back up, right? So he hasn't necessarily lost it, but on paper, it went from 24 to 9. Well, that's not the case. In fact, so much so that Trevor is tweeting about it. And within our show, Trevor said, did you all confuse my FTX official signing bonus with my NFL one? ? Carry on, ... And this is a retweet of Barstool
dummies.
Sports.
That's what he said. Y'all some idiots over there at Barstool Sports. Get your facts right.
And that's really it, right? I mean, that's what happened. The moral of the story here is, and I think there's an article somewhere along the way on the ins and outs of what happened. Like, if you really wanted to get in the weeds, nobody had time for the weeds. People just wanted to see the headline of $24 million put in crypto. Let's see what happens to this.
That's why they ask you when you retweet the article if it says, do you want to read it first? Those people must have said no.
No.
That's a good one.
Which I don't know if I blame them for saying no, but everybody just ran with the same thing.
I always said no.
Do you think they were in a rush to do it? I'm asking if the Duval hatred that is rampant across this country when it comes to the Jaguars, do you think that played anything into the rush to get the headline out?
Nah.
Because I kind of thought that. I thought there were some writers out there who want to laugh at this team and thought this was another opportunity.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know, Aaron, that's a good point. I think there are a lot of haters of crypto, so there might even be a little writer influence depending their views of that.
It's fair.
I also think the reason I hesitate on just the Jags' point of view here is I think there are several athletes under this umbrella that did similar things with their signing bonus with the crypto chain they're now supporting or endorsing because we've seen athletes get into that arena. And so I don't think Trevor's alone. I just think the sexy nature of young player, first overall pick, $24 million, his first $24 million. Like, I'm not sure if that mattered if he played for the Jets, Chicago, Carolina, or the Jags. But you could be right. I just think it was more, holy cow, $24 million is turned to 9. That's like, I gotcha.
Eye-popping.
It's pretty eye-popping, right? Yeah. And then you got to see it to believe it. So I think we all can feel better for Trevor. He's going to be fine.
He was going to be fine either way.
I was really worried there for a second when I thought he only had a $9 million signing bonus. I was really concerned.
I wonder that, like, when you have that kind of money, even if you lost $15 million of it, you're like, wow, I lost $15 million. You're like, I got $9 million.
Nah, because he doesn't have 9. The government came for their chunk when he got it. Every relative he's got who's not in his immediate family came asking for something.
Yeah, but you seen them Subways commercials? Those things are running every single break.
Man, whatever, man. Whenever you lose $15 million,
it hurts.
It hurts a lot.
Yeah, man.
Okay, the wife is like, what's going on?
But here's
what's happening here?
Here's the thing with that. You're right, but it's fictional money. If it's in his crypto account, his wife never saw it. He never had it in his hands.
But it could have been real money, right?
No.
The actual signing bonus initially could have been real money.
Also, if you've got an investment plan that was rounded at $25 million and then suddenly gets cut by 70%, you're going from a steakhouse dinner to Lunchables for dinner. I mean, You are in serious, hey, we got to figure out how we move forward with this budget mode. Even in the millions, because you've got expenses in the millions.
I do believe, by the way, I believe what you're saying is true. I know this seems unfathomable, but I think people start to live lifestyles and count on whatever. You know, it's you're making $20,000 or $20 million, believe it or not. I'm sure it's outrageous. You're not saying like I'm going to blow $20 million. I'm just saying you have to adjust what you're doing potentially, what you're invested in, right?
Sure.
From a business standpoint or whatever. But so I get what you're saying there. I think you feel it. I think you do. I think you would feel something like that. But the good news for Trevor is he didn't lose $15 million, as people said. Read the fine print, people, is one of the morals of the story. You know what else? I as we're talking about this, we do this a lot in sports, where we talk about other people's money like it's no problem.
Yeah.
And we don't think that's strange. Is that not strange to you guys?
Very. I mean, outside of acting and sports, I don't think there's another place we do that. Maybe when it comes to billionaires, like business owners, but like other jobs, you're not looking at anyone on JFRD going, man, he took home $67K this year. I wonder if he's going to go for that $9K insurance policy. Like, it doesn't happen.
I know. Like, it's almost like I get the sense we feel the right to talk about their money.
Yeah, maybe because we're paying it.
I don't know. Do you ever look at like I have season tickets to the Jags, right, for the kids and for Steph, and I've never once bought season tickets thinking, "Hey, Trevor," when I sit down to do an interview, "Hey, Trevor, I'm paying for your salary."
Oh, you hear it all the time. Just all you got to do is read Twitter for a few minutes. You see people shout it out real quick.
Like, I get the idea of that. Believe me, the fan is an important part of that, the buying the jerseys, the buying everything else. I'm just saying I never looked through that lens. Like, I should be able to talk about the money you make because I'm buying the ticket that supports the money you make.
I think it's more so the fact that one part of it is that it's so fun to talk about those big numbers. Another part of it is that you can wrap your mind around 67K, even though, you know, if you're a studio tech like I was, like that's so far away, right? It's a big chasm. But most people can't wrap their mind around a $22 million bonus. You feel what I'm saying? Not what I'm going to pay you for playing. Yeah. On top of that, I'm going to give you $22 million or $230 million like Deshaun Watson. You know, something, these outlandish, goofy numbers. So there's a part of it to me that's fun because I like talking about potentially winning the lottery. And then, you know, you're like, man, he just spent $10 million on this house, or he just had a signing bonus for $40 million or $230 guaranteed. I think that's a part of it as well.
I think that's a really good point, Brian. I think you're right. I think we're kind of in – it's like when we talk about these big lottery tickets. Yeah. Like, man, if I had that, what would I do, right? And we kind of in the back of our minds, like, we all know we're never going to have that.
Never once.
Right? Yeah. And so, like, well, this is our best chance to at least float the idea of what would it be like to go from $24 million to $9 million.
Yeah.
You know? And by the way, this is one other thing we like, and not in Trevor's case, but I think in a lot of other people's. It's like, sucker. Lost $15 million. Right?
We do like a good downfall.
Like, I think people act that way, right? Like, to your point of why did the guy write the article, that might have been why he wrote the article.
That's one thing we do, and I think this is in the entire country. I don't think it's a sports thing either. I think a lot of people here love to build people up, and then once they get to a certain level, we enjoy watching the fall from grace. It's just a compelling drama thing for a lot of people, I think.
We all want to be miserable together.
I think we should just start talking about everybody else's bank accounts.
Don't start with me. Won't go very far.
Got a couple of bucks from me, Casey, on a couple of bets.
There you go.
That's a good start.
I have always found that interesting in our business. It's a really tricky thing. And I don't know if this is like this in other business. See, it's not always, though. Like, if the teacher business, you know what teachers make, right?
It's pretty standardized.
And you can look it up.
Yeah.
And I understand there's like from like even like what would it be like a state worker or somebody like that, you can look it up. And there's just public.
Or like university professor, you can look it up.
Yeah, so there are like public jobs. But I will say one of the hard things about growing up in this business is you have no idea what you should be making.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
brother?
It's like I don't know, like that's pretty cool or that's not enough but what's that guy making in market 42 that's equivalent to Jacksonville? Like it's like nobody talks about it.
And I think it's murky because it's situational.
True.
Like Someone in this market can make a lot more money because of their value to the company they're working for rather than the work output they have. But I'll tell you this, if it was all public, if every position, it was stated clearly what it makes, there wouldn't be any wealth inequality conversation. Everyone would be making the same thing. And when you're looking for a job, which I'm assuming a few people listening are, because that's what's happening these days, it becomes a lot easier to kind of plan who you're applying to. How many times, to anybody listening who's been on a job interview recently, have you gone down the road on a job interview, wasted all that time researching to only find out they're going to pay you a half of what you're making at your current company that you're miserable at?
True.
Like a big waste of time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, Trevor Lawrence, you're okay, and we're okay talking about all his money.
Yep.
We like the rich and famous.
It's true.
Who was the guy?
Robin Leach.
Robin Leach, yeah.
These kids are too young for a little Robin Leach trivia.
But
First of all, there's only one kid here. Brian's old. Continue on.
Like Robin Leach, by the way, would have been like, he was well before his time, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous would be the most popular TV or web series right now if it became a thing. It's really what MTV Cribs was.
I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get back around because Casey just be speaking so comfortably about me. Imagine being a grown man with your own house and a wife and being excited to be called a kid. How about that one? now we can get back to MTV Cribs.
That's a good point.
Casey Kurtz.
It's convenient. Well, listen, he's got SpongeBob all over his body.
There you go. When you say Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, are you talking about the song?
No, but that's what the song was made from. It was a TV show.
It was a TV show.
It was very popular.
What was that, Aaron? Like
it had to be in the 80s, yeah. I would say early to mid-80s. I'll look it up.
But seriously, if you take today's social media and you take what was the MTV show, Real Life?
Well, Cribs was the one you look through the houses and stuff like that.
I know, but like the reality show.
Yeah, real life. I'm a billionaire. Real life. I'm getting butt implants. All of those things.
Yeah. And that
was a real episode.
Yeah, that went on to be like, what's the other one? Like the Real Housewives and all that stuff. Right?
Yeah,
so
reality
basically
shows.
The peek inside people's lives, especially rich people, or just bizarre stories, but mostly rich people. I mean, this was like the start of it. I don't know if there was a show before Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach, but he was kind of like the first one. And that would be like really thriving in today's society. Now he's just got a lot of competition.
Yeah.
But back then he had no competition for that, like thirst.
That must have been when like MTV was peak then, huh?
84 to 95.
Show.
Oh.
84 to 95.
84 95.
10
So it was like before, like that would have been on like that would have been like a 7 o'clock on CBS kind of show, right?
Yeah, I thought it was like a weekend show by the time I had hit it, but I think it was in syndication. I think by the time I ran into it, like early 90. ABC from 86 to 87.
Oh, that's just the 1 year.
No. But I mean, they had a run on a few different networks. I think that was its biggest one. It was in primetime ABC from 86 to 87.
Okay. Interesting. So it was a pretty wild show. It was kind of like the magazine style show.
Very much.
Which was big in that time frame.
I don't know what that means.
Go look it up. You're just a kid with SpongeBob on your body.
Okay. You know what MTV was peak, by the way? Teen Mom. You ever watch Teen Mom?
Still do.
There you go. Hey, you know what? Casey Kurtz, I take back the little
I'm with
barb I
Casey.
did earlier. There you go.
Still watch it.
It's disappointing watching them grow up, though. Like now they're like, regular age mom.
Yeah, it's not as
Like,
it doesn't have the same ring to it.
High
as
school
Mom.
seniors as kids. But, it's
But the bad decisions they were making that led them to teen pregnancies, it's not like they grew out of bad decision making.
Why would they? They got MTV checks.
That's right.
For 10 years.
I haven't turned on MTV.
Well, now it's just ridiculous.
And like seriously, last time I turned on MTV would have been, I mean, probably in a hotel. Like I flipped through and I landed on it by accident.
Yeah, that was probably like Teen Mom was probably on. So judging by what I know,
Brent, you skipped over Jersey Shore and that whole thing?
Oh,
no, boy.
Yeah, never watched.
Huh?
Oh man,
Jim Tan Laundry.
That was iconic for a little bit.
Yeah.
The Situation.
Listen, you could quote the heck out of those things if you want and tell me all the stuff, and I wouldn't have a clue.
Right over his head.
Listen, man, Brent was too busy getting to the paper. He was too busy grinding out in South Dakota or Amarillo, Texas, wherever he was at that point in time, and he was thinking about his 6 figures, which he's living in right now. So,
I lost it in Bitcoin. My signing bonus of my last contract was there. Hey, real quick. I don't want to. I'm not deep diving into these two, but before we go, the Snyder commissioner, what was like the takeaway on that today? It's an in-the-weeds story, really, that doesn't do much for me. I'm so tired of Daniel Snyder and, prepared remarks from the commissioner. I know people are going to make hay over everything that's said and done. I'm waiting for some action, and nothing's going to be done. Goodell's, and the Shield, they're protected to whatever. I think the big thing here is, does anything ever happen to Snyder?
I'm thinking they're going to toss him.
You think that this, today's stuff could eventually turn into that?
I do. I think it's the beginning of the end. Now that the government is involved, the NFL doesn't want that heat. They get all these kinds of special protections. The other owners don't want the heat. Snyder is a literal walking embarrassment as it pertains to ownership in that league. I think they're going to bounce him.
But the House, the Oversight Committee, I think that's what it is or something. They've been involved in sports before.
And it made impact. The steroids hearings made an impact on Major League Baseball. Suddenly, that's when all the movement started to happen there.
Yeah. Yeah, it got more attention. I don't know. You guys feel that way? You think is Snyder here to stay? Or is his days numbered as an owner?
I mean, I think we talked about the other day, it's hard to suspend an owner. You can't really do anything to the owners or we haven't seen anything like that. But I think there's a lot here. I think there's a lot that needs to be looked into, obviously. I'm not watching it under a microscope, but I do think that when you continue to see the stuff that comes out and has came out from all different walks of life, there's a bunch of different incidents with him. So I think if somebody's going to get thrown out, he's probably a good one to make an example of.
Middleton, I'm going to ask you this. Are we fatigued on these kind of stories, even though they are super serious in nature? If you isolate them, but we see it so much. And Snyder, it's okay, what now?
Yeah. I think that it's a point where you're a bit calloused. So it's not that you don't care about the story, but it doesn't evoke the same emotion that the first one did, or the second one did. And at this point, like you said, what now with Snyder? I don't think that he's going to be out because of this. I think as this Gruden thing continues to go on, because that lawsuit's not going anywhere. I think as they dig through those emails, whatever that entails, I feel like something in that is going to make Dan Snyder get out. That's just my hypothesis.
Well, yeah, that could be true. There's more on the other side that could be deeper, damning, and really popping. You talk about headlines, that could be whoa, okay, that is it, right? And by the way, a lot of this stuff should be that's it. I think a lot of people feel that way, but it's so muddied over time because it's so numerous.
Yeah.
And it just feels like he's this untouchable guy that you can keep saying this stuff, but nothing's going to happen.
Even them people fell remember when they fell at the stadium?
Yeah, and it's, that's right.
That's one thing you don't think of, but they almost crushed Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
They could have got seriously hurt.
And, I mean, it's just and he's not a likable figure. It's almost like you'd want to get him out.
Yeah.
How's he survive? I always wonder that some walks of life. How does that person survive? I mean, I know he owns the team, so there's a certain level of survival when you own something. But still, I'm not even sure. If I'm another owner, do I want to be associated with him in this fraternity?
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. I will do it from Davoli's House of Cards here on a Wednesday. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Casey heads up north to the station. Action Sports Jacks OT coming up at 6. And Brian Middleton, Aaron Schachter will finish off the show. I'm headed to I got some Jag stuff to take care of for the fall. We're planning, baby. We're planning.
Great.
Just going to let you know.
Appreciate you.
Stuff in the works. That excites the people.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
It gets the people going?
Gets people going. Heading into the summer.
Okay.
You better get going soon. Drive safe.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Becoming mostly clear tonight. It'll be mild. We'll drop into lower 70s, but a hot Thursday. It'll be partly sunny. An isolated afternoon thunderstorm, but still largely dry as temperatures reach the mid to upper 90s. From the CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds.
Beards Diamonds cuts out the middleman, so you are getting tremendous value.
Hi, this is Keith Gurr, president of American Window Products. We are Jacksonville's oldest replacement window company. We have been providing excellent service for over 38 years and still have an A+ rating. At American Window Products, we have helped over 36,000 homeowners, and we don't use subcontractors. Right now, we're offering a free installation on 6 or more windows, as well as a free energy package. Go to AmericanWindowProducts.com and click for an estimate. That's AmericanWindowProducts.com. American Window Products, we are the window professionals.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at ActionSportsShacksDream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to ActionSportsShacksDream18.com. Walk into 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center, and it doesn't feel like you're going to the doctors. Beautiful artwork of Jacksonville on the south side location, a laid-back atmosphere, and Rep Butler and his staff are really fun to talk to, and they are there to help you out. First-time appointments and adjustments, just $39 and maybe less pending your insurance. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations, south side, St. Augustine, and the west side. Look them up at 904chiro.com. 3 locations, 904chiro.com.
You know what's great about getting older? The toys are way cooler. Spring is here, and it's playtime. Yeah! And One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, has slash loan rates across the board on all the toys. Motorcycles, jet skis, boats, RVs, ATVs, even golf carts. And it's fun and potentially dangerous. One-to-One Financial has the perfect loan to help you finance it. Check out our rock-bottom rates and apply now at one-to-onefcu.org. Come out and play. Federally insured by NCUA.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
O'Reilly. Restore shine and protect your interior with Armor All cleaning and protectant wipes at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, buy 2 canisters of Armor All wipes and get 1 free. Plus, you'll earn double O Rewards points. Clean, shine, and protect with Armor All wipes available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, Dad? Cool if I change this?
They may not get each other's music, but they can both get a COVID-19 booster shot. Because the CDC recommends booster shots for people 12 years and older after completion of a primary series. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with expertise and tools with Windows 11 to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. To do more with a Latitude laptop, Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Listen to ESPN 690 anytime, anywhere, on any device. Whether you're at home or on the go, get the latest on the Jags, FSU, the Jumbo Shrimp, and Action Sports Jacks on Odyssey.com. That's AUDACY.com or on ESPN690.com.
Oh, yeah. Back on ESPN 690. Action Sports Jacks coming at you hard and heavy on a Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. From Martineau off to his super cool, secretive Jags meeting. Can't really talk about super secret. Super secret.
Is that where we're going with it?
It makes it more exciting to me.
I like it. Okay, build the anticipation.
Casey,
can I jump in real quick before you tell me where Casey's at?
Go ahead.
Hey, man, respect. Now, I'm going to be real with you, Aaron, because I've always been able to be real with you because you've been upfront with me.
I like when you're real with me.
Yesterday, when I saw how close Casey was to the camera, I was like, I get the idea, but you know what? Maybe Aaron's got to tinker with that for a bit. But then it grew on me by the end of the show, right?
Okay.
But this right here, when you move the camera, the one I'm on?
Yep.
Oh, man.
You're not into it?
No, I'm with it.
All right,
great. Through the roof. Oh, yeah, you can't see me unless I'm on the stream. Through the roof. 100%.
Well, that's good. That's great news.
Just letting you know.
All right. I'm into that. I'm glad that you're happy, Brian.
Yeah.
We do it for you.
Sounds sarcastic, but I'm going to take it as for real.
It's not sarcastic.
Okay.
I think you're an important member of the staff.
Okay.
Just trying to make everyone happy.
There we go.
Meanwhile, Casey Kurtz can't be happy driving back to the studio. We know he's an angry driver. We heard him screaming about it the other day.
He's an angry guy.
Man, that kid needs a chill pill or
How
something.
can you be that angry at 24?
You know what I mean? He's got his whole life ahead of him with his red hair and his red beard out here being a red menace. Calm down, Casey. All right. I heard you just got to feed him. You put a smile on his face. You buy him some $60 Uber Eats.
I was about to say, you heard. You felt
it up.
You felt that firsthand.
Casey Kurtz on his way back to the studio. He should be here any minute. Me and Brian Middleton, B-Mid, a.k.a. one half of the Twin Towers.
I like that.
In the control room, on the ones and twos, the steel wheels. Brian, I heard you had a little something you want to talk about.
Yeah, man. So normally on Wednesdays when I come in, I do a little segment called Cash It or Trash It that originated on Overtime but is migrated onto the main show.
You can't keep the starters off the field, Brian.
Absolutely not, man. And so I would like to actually initiate you into the club and actually do this segment with you right now, man.
I'm into it.
Okay, so let me give you a bit of the rules while I start the music. So basically, I am going to set up a question, whether it be a sport topic or a non-sport topic, and then I'm going to ask you whether or not to cash it or trash it. If you agree with the statement that I make, cash it. If you disagree, trash it.
I'm going to trash it.
Then I'm going to play a sound effect, and then you're going to give your reasoning why, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's start with the first one with the NFL, okay? So the practice of veteran NFL players forcing rookies to pay for dinners that cost tens of thousands of dollars has once again been in the news lately, with Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson, your guy,
my man,
expressing shock when told that he'll have to spend a minimum of $75,000 on a dinner for veteran teammates.
Did you see that video?
I did. I posted it to my IG, as a matter of fact.
That's
it was so amazing. His actual reaction was genuine shock.
Yes.
So it was great. But he did that during his visit on the Pivot podcast.
Yeah.
Now, one former NFL player is calling for an end to the practice. Former NFL wide receiver Torrey Smith wrote on Twitter that rookie dinners are a terrible tradition, and he singled out fellow receiver Anquan Boldin, who was in his 9th NFL season when the Ravens drafted Smith in 2011, for protecting him from that practice. So cash it or trash it, Aaron.
Oh, well, first of all, we're going to cash.
Whoa, okay.
We're going to cash, keeping or getting rid of?
I haven't
What
asked
is the question?
That's still the setup. It was a long setup. I haven't asked you yet. Cash it or trash it. Expensive rookie dinners do more harm than good and should be done away with.
Trash it.
There we go.
Oh, man, what is he talking? First of all, I want to know how and why Anquan Boldin was stepping in there for Torrey Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, hazing is obviously a big part of brotherhood and bonding. And these days, it's kind of hard to do the old school hazing, right? You're not shaving anybody's head, tying them to the end zone pole, throwing powder all over them, splashing them with whatever fluids you don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's all a mess. You certainly can't do it with the kids in high school and college. They definitely tried to outlaw it in the NFL, but it still exists.
Absolutely.
So this seems like a much safer way to do it, right? Instead of pouring talcum powder on someone or rooting their hair or turning their car upside down in the parking lot, you're going to make them spend $75K at a dinner. And for a guy like Garrett Wilson, who's picking up a big signing bonus, a la Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's got to pay that out. It's a mere bag of shells compared to what the dude is going to take. He can afford the dinner. I want to know what the problem from Torrey Smith was.
Hey, I don't know, but his point was a lot of these guys, especially the top draft picks, may not have the financial acuity, may not have the knowledge and they're getting millions of dollars, and now you're like, oh, it's okay to blow $75K right off the bat, and that just feeds into the poor, decision making as far as monetarily for these guys who may or may not pan out in the NFL. This may be their one shot at generational wealth.
That's fair, but if I could just pause the conversation for a second, give you 5 points for using the word acuity.
Yeah.
Casey was here, his head would have exploded.
Yeah, he's been mad about that too.
It's like, what language is that?
And then went on a rant.
But all right, I see where you're going. These rookies maybe don't have the generational wealth that an Anquan Bolden has, but a $75K dinner, granted, super expensive, and chances are most of that is on the wines they're buying or whatever, but again, you're not ruining someone's financial longevity with that one dinner. I mean, I think it's just nonsense.
I got you, man. How much you think Trevor spent last year? Six figures?
It depends who he took to dinner, right? Is he taking offensive linemen or wide receivers?
That's fair.
Because
There's only,
two
linemen, QBs.
You need to put a down payment when you first walk in.
Yeah. Eventually, he took the linemen.
Yeah.
And the linemen were like, hey, bro, we going to go ahead and wrap this up right now, man.
Yeah.
I need my doggy bag now. Okay, we're going to stick in the NFL, Aaron.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers wideout Chase Claypool was on the I Am Athlete podcast this week and said, quote, I'm going to say this. My second year, I was a better player than I was my first year. The plays just didn't work out. Some of the plays just didn't go my way. I didn't make some of the plays I need to make, but as a football player, understanding the game, knowing what to do, knowing where to be, I was better. So I'm going to be better this year, this upcoming year. He also said this, understanding I'm not normal. I feel that way when I'm on the field. I know for a fact I am not like the rest of the guys in the NFL. I know I'm a top 5 receiver. I know I'm a top 3 receiver. Cash it or trash it, Aaron Schachter. Chase Claypool, in any scenario that you could possibly think of, is a top 3 wideout in the NFL.
Yeah, actually, one scenario. We're going to go ahead and trash his comments.
Oh, okay.
But one scenario I could think of is where the NFL invites the top 100 wide receivers to Canton for a special event, and then that plane goes down and we're left with Chase Claypool and everybody else. There is no way this guy is a top 5, top 3 wide receiver.
Like that, man.
He's not even the best receiver on that team.
All right, man, I'm with you. Yo, you did the whole plane crash. Goodness gracious.
By the way, if the plane crashes, Deontay Johnson's going down on it. So maybe he would be then in a better position. But I believe in Chase Claypool. I like Claypool.
I like his skill set as well. I think that he actually can work his way into a top 3 receiver type discussion. But, I mean, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Devontae Adams, you got Tyreek Hill.
You're going to go 25, 30 deep before you even get him in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you need that supreme confidence. I do like that about it.
Sure.
But I do not like, the matter-of-factness that I think he truly believes that if he had like a hypothetical gun pointed to his head. And I'm like, no, bro, tell the truth right now because I think that gun's loaded. Don't do that. But I like that energy.
I think there's a difference between him getting better in his own eyes and him putting better stats down on a stat sheet. Because with Mitch Trubisky thrown at you or little tiny hands of Kenny Pickett thrown at you, chances are you're not having a bigger, better season.
Why are you shooting at everybody right now, man? What's going on, man? Kenny Pickett over there just
trying to do the Casey Kurtz portion.
Oh, there you go. Oh, check it off then.
But obviously, he's going to take a step back from what even an old, aging, hurt Ben Roethlisberger is probably going to be a little more accurate with the ball to Chase Claypool than a Kenny Pickett in his first year, or Trubisky coming off of PTSD with the Bears and all the other drama he's been through in his NFL career.
All right. One more NFL, man, since we kind of touched on it as we left the last block. Commissioner Roger Goodell testified before members of Congress about owner Daniel Snyder and the Washington Commanders amid ongoing scrutiny into the organization's workplace culture and accusations from women employees of pervasive sexual harassment by team executives. Now, towards the end of that actual interview, he was asked, will you remove Dan Snyder, to which he replied, he doesn't have the authority, which is technically true, though he can recommend such a vote by the owners who do have the power to remove Snyder. So now the NFL has the Gruden lawsuit, not going anywhere. The Brian Flores lawsuit that they're trying to make go somewhere, but
ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going anywhere. Deshaun Watson's legal issues, that's not a good front for the league.
Nope.
And now this continued situation with Snyder and the Commanders. Cash it or trash it. The NFL will still be uber successful because of how much we love football despite the mounting issues.
Cash it.
There you go.
Tell them to bring me my money.
And that money's going to keep piling up for the NFL because the bottom line is America still loves the NFL. It's still America's favorite sport. It's still a multi-billion-dollar, if not edging up on that trillion-dollar number, industry. And they've got their hands tied into everything. And not only are they going to keep that favorite status, they're still going to be a tax-free, charitable corporation, even though we all know that's nonsense. The NFL gets favored treatment. And, you know, some people think for good reasons. They create a ton of jobs in every market that they're in. They create a ton of revenue around their product, not just jobs inside the stadium, but jobs around the stadium and all the people who work to help on game day. I mean, there are important things the NFL does that allows them to keep that status. But make no mistake, the owners do not like the heat, Brian. This is a lot of heat.
I hear you. You know, I'm going to wrap up with this, even though I have a lot more because I know we got to hit a break. Final topic, breaking the law, something that you may be familiar with. I don't know, Aaron. You seem like an upstanding citizen, though.
I may have had a run-in when I was a kid a couple of times.
Okay,
sure.
back in 99. We're not judging over here. Okay, so JSO announced on Tuesday that starting July 1, officers will start writing tickets to anyone playing music deemed too loud. Now, what does too loud mean? According to a Florida statute, that means not playing music that is plainly audible at a distance of 25 feet or more from your car or louder than necessary around churches, schools, and hospitals. Cash it or trash it. You definitely believe that you will be ticketed for this violation before this year is out. Actually, not you. Let's since we're mocking Casey all the time, you believe that Casey Kurtz will be ticketed for this violation before this year is out.
Yes, I will cash that.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Music loud.
But only for this reason. I don't think JSO is going to be busy here looking to ticket people for this thing. Okay. But in those instances where you pull over a Casey Kurtz and you go, clearly, this guy is up to no good. Mm-hmm. We may have had the probable cause to pull the car over, but I'm not finding any of the evidence that I need inside the car. Let's just mark down that he was playing that music a little bit too loud.
You know, $100.
Keep him honest.
There you go. I like that. All right, Aaron. Well, that's it for this abbreviated version of Cash It or Trash It. I think you did a great job, by the way.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. It was hard work, but we got through it. And I think we'll head to break now, Brian. But when we come back, I'm expecting to see the Red Menace walk through that door. Not sure if it's going to happen, but I'm expecting to see it happen. When we come back, we'll talk about some playoff droughts in the NFL. You got 8 teams who haven't been to the playoffs in 4 years or more. Brian, we're going to figure out who we think is breaking that streak this year. When we come back, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
When you look at a schedule, it reveals more than even the schedule what you really think about that team. Bad teams, their schedules always look brutal because they're no good, so you don't think they're going to win many games. Good teams, you look at the schedule, oh, it's not so bad because they're favored in a lot of those games. I guess I would also take the under on the Jets, but just. Like, I think 5.5 games is right. I'll take the under.
Key, J, and Max. Followed by Greeny. Mornings on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Get a $1,000 bonus when you pre-order the all-new 3-row 2022 Acura MDX SUV at your First Coast Acura dealers. Shop market-leading APR offers and pre-order savings at firstcoastaccuradealers.com. Shop loyalty appreciation offers.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tim Tebow here, and I'm so excited to see you at my event, Faith, Food, and Football at Daly's Place on July 17th. I believe it's going to be an awesome day full of encouragement and fun for you and the family. There's going to be a worship service, a youth football clinic led by IMG Academy, motivational speakers, and all kinds of food provided by local restaurants. Tickets are on sale now at www.faithfoodandfootball.com. Can't wait to see you all there. God bless.
Rock the runway. You own it. Have a ball. You own it. Land a big one. You own it. At Community First Credit Union, you can own it all. When you bank at Community First, you're not just a customer, you're an owner. That means you're in control with better rates, fewer fees, and free digital tools. We put you first so you can relax and just be yourself. Go ahead and own it. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
This man has just entered the gas price madness zone, pushed over the edge by skyrocketing gas prices. The remedy? Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Did you just say there's a free app I can get that'll actually pay me cash back on every gallon of gas I buy?
Yes, escape the gas price madness zone with the Upside app and earn real cash back on every gallon of gas you buy.
Yeah. Enough of the theatrics. Just tell me more about this Upside app.
Okay, it's super easy. Just download the free app and use it whenever you buy gas. Upside users can earn hundreds of dollars in cash back.
Wow, thanks, announcer guy. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PICK for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICK for a 25 cents per gallon or more bonus on your first tank.
Walk into 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center, and it doesn't feel like you're going to the doctors. Beautiful artwork of Jacksonville on the south side location, a laid-back atmosphere, and Rep Butler and his staff are really fun to talk to, and they are there to help you out. First-time appointments and adjustments, just $39 and maybe less pending your insurance. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations, south side, St. Augustine, and the west side. Look them up at 904chiro.com. 3 locations, 904chiro.com.
Koala Insulation. Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. That summer heat's right around the corner, and so are those high energy bills. Don't just sweat it out. Do something about it. Call Koala Insulation today for your free evaluation. We don't quote over the phone or just poke our heads up in your attic. We do a full evaluation to include attic ventilation needs as well as insulation.
Give us a call at 904-679-6282 or online at koalainsulation.com.
Celsius Essential Energy is Jacksonville's official energy drink of summer, and Jacksonville summers are energized by Celsius. If you see ESPN 690 out and about this summer, come grab a free sample of Celsius Essential Energy. Live fit.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches, weakness, or discomfort in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, and B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live your life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com.
Thanks, everyone, for baking your way here on this toasty morning. Are you all ready to jam? Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel will be discussing. Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or muffin. Did you have a question, Sausage Patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton, for the stay.
Hey, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jacks. Did you know you can watch our radio show? Yeah, video of a radio show. Just search ESPN 690 Jacks on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Or follow me on Twitter at Brent A.S. Jacks. Watch the show live weekdays from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. or listen on ESPN 690.
Welcome back. Action Sports Jacks, ESPN 690. My name is Aaron Schachter, here with Brian Middleton. Waiting on Casey Kurtz, who I hear is stuck in traffic. Good on you, brother. You got Brent Martineau off to a super secret, top secret Jaguars meeting. We're talking a little bit of NFL as we get to the last segment of the show. Brian, I mentioned it before we went to break. I wanted to get your read on this. I've got a list here of 8 teams in the NFL who haven't been to the playoffs in 4 years or more. Really, they span 4 years to 11 years. I want to see from you who you think is going to change the tides.
Okay.
I want to see who breaks this streak this year. So, by the way, we've got teams near and dear to our hearts all through this list. My favorite team, your favorite team, Duval's favorite team. It's a rough list. So we start with the longest playoff drought in football. You want to guess who that belongs to, Brian?
The longest playoff drought in football would probably be, I would guess, Detroit. Is that a good guess? I feel like it's a close guess.
It's close. They are tied for third longest.
Third longest, huh?
The longest drought in the NFL belongs to my beloved Jets.
Really?
Jets. Last time the Jets made the playoffs,
yeah,
Rex Ryan was telling the team to go get a snack.
That's right.
Mark Sanchez was in his second year of a career that looked like it was taking a ridiculous trajectory.
That's right.
And then the whole thing came crumbling down. The whole thing.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got him. Hold on. Where's Bart at?
Can't wait.
Can't wait. That's right. You want
They
to hear?
can't stop a nosebleed.
I got all Bart Scott over here. I remember that.
They play a lot of those during Bart and Hahn.
Oh, okay.
Bart Scott on ESPN 690 every day if you want to catch that. So let me ask you, man, knowing what the Jets did in the offseason, and they did a bunch. They had a huge draft. They got a bunch of quality free agent players in there.
Yeah.
Another year under the belts of some of the younger guys on that team, one of the youngest teams in football. Do you see them breaking the drought this year?
No. But they will see a lot of improvement. Now, what does that mean for a Jets team that won 4 games last season?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that means that they get in the realm of a 7, probably 6 or 7 wins, and they probably could have won 8 or 9. Like they're going to be that much better, I think, with the draft picks because of, who they drafted. Those players can impact the game pretty much right away. And that they had so many first round, like those top draft picks. It was like an embarrassment of riches.
It was a bunch.
Well, between both of the New York teams, honestly. I loved both of the drafts, but I know we're talking about the Jets right now. So I don't think that they're going to break the streak. I think 2 seasons from now, they definitely are going to be, a problem in the AFC, and they'll be one of those teams that are probably fighting for like a home playoff win. I think there's going to be that much talent and that much continuity. Barring anything crazy happening, barring Zach Wilson, I always call him Zach Morris, Zach Wilson, being a complete bust or something happened with
which is still
Salah
entirely possible, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, no, not the Jets.
All right, number 2 on this list, second longest playoff drought. You would never guess. I certainly wouldn't. The Denver Broncos. 6 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what? That was the year after, that was 2 years after they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
2 years after they won the Super Bowl, and they haven't been back since.
They haven't been back. And it's really been all under center for them. They've really not been able to put it together at the quarterback position.
They sure have not.
And this year it seems a whole bunch different, doesn't it?
Yeah. So now what I'm trying to do is, are they going to get out of the AFC West, right? Because I would argue that most people don't believe that they're going to win that division.
Casey does. I don't.
Okay. So, Chiefs, Raiders, for sure you're thinking that they're going to be doing something at the very least. Chargers.
I got the Chargers picked to win the West.
Okay. And you could actually make that argument and probably sway me, even though I'm going to give, deference to the Chiefs. They just,
a lot of people do.
You gotta show me that you can do it before it's all said and done. Is Russell Wilson enough to overtake everything? I got to look at their schedule again, but I'm going to say that they're going to get in, and it'll probably be as a wild card, though. I think Russell Wilson is enough to break that streak because you're right. Under center is so important to the game nowadays. Everybody knows that when you get one of these top flight QBs, which Russell Wilson is, regardless of what people may want to say, it does do a lot to change the entire, like you said earlier, trajectory of a team. So I think that the Broncos will break it. Yeah.
One last team on this list before we wrap up the hour, because it's our own beloved Jacksonville Jaguars. 4 years since the last time they hit the playoffs. We all very much remember 2018. What do you think?
And I tell you what, man, I like this topic so much. And since you're going to stick with me just for this first segment, because Casey said
we're carrying it over? Is it truly overtime?
We're going to carry it over. Yeah, because I think I really do want to really delve into what Jacksonville could potentially be in this season coming up.
Well, in that case, I got a few more on this list to get back to when we get back on Action Sports Jacks. It will be officially overtime on AM 690. We'll come back right after this.
Hey, Dad, cool if I change this?
They may not get each other's music, but they can both get a COVID-19 booster shot. Because the CDC recommends booster shots for people 12 years and older after completion of a primary series. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light. and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at Action Sports Shacks, Dream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to Action Sports Shacks, Dream18.com.
Honey, I'm home.
Don't honey me. I'm still mad at you.
I know, and I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
You and those cheap do-it-yourself cameras. I told you, call SafeTouch, but no, you tried to save a buck. So when those 2 thieves broke in, our kids were locked in the closet trying to call 911. SafeTouch cameras would have alerted the thieves that they were being recorded, and you and I would have been notified with actual video on our smartphones. The SafeTouch two-way communicator would have already had the emergency authorities on the way.
I know, we really need the SafeTouch 5-star security and surveillance system. I'll call today.
I already did. SafeTouch is installing our new 5-star surveillance system in the morning.
Every family needs the SafeTouch security and surveillance system. Call now and get a free demonstration. 888-723-8682 or online at safetouch.com. Dramatization of actual event. EF 0000233. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmes, professional contractor and TV host. I love helping people, but when it came to improving the water in my own home, I needed help and turned to the water experts at Connecticut to make it right. My water was causing visible problems throughout my home, and it got me thinking about the problems I couldn't see. Protecting my water-using appliances and pipes, preventing stains and hardness buildup, and having clean, great-tasting drinking water are all important to me. But choosing the right water treatment equipment can be tricky. That's where Connecticut comes in. A Connecticut water expert will test your water for free and recommend the system that fits your needs and budget. Improve the quality of your water and your life with the Connecticut water treatment system. I'm so glad I did.
This year, CGC Water Treatment is celebrating 75 years in business. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com for your free assessment. CGC Water Treatment are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local independent Connecticut dealer.
At Wendy's, we make breakfast better. Like with our Breakfast Baconator. Better from top to bottom bun. Savory sausage patty? Better. Crispy oven-baked bacon? Better. Fresh cracked egg? Better. The Breakfast Baconator might just be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time. So you can keep settling for not better, or you can get a better breakfast from Wendy's. Tough choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Better Breakfast.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
And listen now.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi with the latest injury news for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight, 8 Eastern on ABC. Lightning forwards Nikita Kucherov and Nick Paul, both hurt in Game 3, will play against Colorado, while center Braden Point remains out. The absence of Point is a big one for the two-time defending champs, notes ESPN's Kevin Weeks.
His ability in that bumper position is so unique. Being in the middle
down low at 5-on-5 or especially on the power play. His ability to handle the puck is so unique, but at least it's offset by the fact that the captain, Steven Stamkos, who had a career best season in terms of points in the regular season, assists, he looks like himself. He scored a huge goal last game, top shelf, Bucci, and he looks great.
Kevin Weeks on the point. The U.S. House Oversight Committee will subpoena Washington Commanders owner Daniel Snyder for a deposition next week. He declined to testify today, citing overseas work commitments. The committee is investigating the team's workplace culture. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell testified today he has no authority to remove Snyder as owner of the Commanders amid the ongoing scrutiny. An NFL owner can only be removed by a 3/4 majority vote of his fellow owners.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you have in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
All right. Okay. Let me get readjusted real quick.
Get it readjusted.
You know what I mean? Love that music, man. So, Action Sports Jax Overtime. Brian Middleton here. Aaron Schachter here.
Yeah.
Casey Kurtz not here.
No.
Casey Kurtz is on the road, coming back from Davoli's House of Card. If you were watching the stream or listening on ESPN 690 for the past 3 hours, you know that he was there with Brent Martineau. Probably ran into some traffic. He texted saying, hey, I'm going to miss the first segment. I'm going to be a little late. And that's okay, man, because, listen, man, when one of us are out, when Casey was out gallivanting on a boat, enjoying himself, taking a hard vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving me here to do all the work. You know what I did? I did all the work, and it's okay.
Put in those reps, Brian.
And listen, when I was on the IR, you know what I mean? When I was out with my, with doing some stuff.
Yep.
Trying to recover.
Yep.
Casey Kurtz held it down.
Hard to believe, but okay.
And then when Casey Kurtz went back out again.
All right.
I held it back down.
Does this kid ever work? What's the deal?
Hey, he cries about Brent Martineau not coming to work, but, I do not know. Anyway, I'm going to hear about that when he comes in. Anyway, though, Action Sports Jax Overtime here on ESPN 690. We got a good show for you today. Like I said, Aaron Schachter here. Casey Kurtz will be in. We will definitely have, some good topics. We do have This or That, another segment that we've introduced a couple of weeks ago that I can't wait to get into. But what I want to jump back on actually happened during Action Sports Jax in the final segment of that 5 o'clock hour. And Aaron Schachter brought up a great topic that he found and did some research on, talking about the 8 teams with the longest streaks with a playoff drought in the NFL.
Yes.
And we had already touched on a couple of teams like the Jets and the Broncos. And I said personally, I thought that the Broncos are going to make it into the AFC playoffs, probably as a wild card. I don't know if they're going to be hosting. I don't think they're going to be. I don't know if they're going to be hosting a playoff game, at least not initially.
Seems very unlikely this year
because the AFC remains stacked. But I do think that Russell Wilson is enough to lead that team as long as he stays healthy. I think he can get some of those other young receivers involved. I think he can give direction to an offense. He can make up for some of the deficiencies on the offensive side of the ball that they've experienced in the past couple of seasons, especially at the QB position. So, yeah, I'm going to give the Broncos the green light. Now, right before we went to break, you brought up the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And not only did I bring up the Jaguars drought, but then I was corrected in break by Casey. I mentioned everyone remembers 2018. Casey correctly pointing out it was the 2017 season, but my friend Casey, it was in January of 2018 that they lost that game against the Patriots. So that's what we're talking about right
there.
There
we go. Okay. So as far as the Jags are concerned, I am extremely excited in seeing what Doug Peterson is going to do with this offense. So I'll step back for a second because I know people don't like to talk about the urban era. Oh, my goodness.
It's like
a ninja.
Like Godfather 3. No one really, or Rocky number 5. No one really wants to pretend like this actually happened.
Wow. I'm sorry. Yeah, Casey Kurtz has snuck in like a ninja over here. But yeah, like Rocky 5. But I was very excited about the offense that was put together. One, because we had Trevor Lawrence. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're always happy when you have the number 1 overall draft pick.
Sure.
And it's a quarterback of Trevor Lawrence's potential.
His caliber, right.
Absolutely. But then the Travis Etienne move intrigued me because I was like, hey, you know what? We've got a running back. Like, I believe in James Robinson. We got a running back, someone who can show and prove in the NFL.
And you still buy that he's coming back strong after an Achilles injury? One of the hardest injuries to come back from, especially in the NFL.
Listen, hey, man, they're doing wonders in medicine nowadays. So, I do not know if he's going to come back, but I'm just going to lean towards, as a Jags fan, I'm going to lean towards, hey, you know what? We're hoping. I'm playing best case scenario here. But with that 1-2 punch of James Robinson and Travis Etienne, I was like, I wonder how that's going to look right there. Now, was I just blown away by, the wide receiver pickups and whatnot? And, not necessarily, but as a whole, offensively, when you add just like those two pieces in the draft, you're just like, I'm bound to see some sparks. I'm bound to see what the future holds. Well, that holds true here, even though, like you said, with the injuries that both of these guys are coming off of, do you have to temper your excitement? I do. So I think that the Jags are going to double their win total. I'm going to put it out right now in June. I think they're going to get 6.
Hefty prediction right there.
Well, they tripled their win total, on accident last year. You know what I mean?
It's not hard to triple from 1.
Hey, but they did it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I think that they're going to get to 6 wins. And maybe they sneak a 7th one in there because someone underestimates them early on in the season, and towards the end of the season, everybody's playing, the full gip. Anyway, that's not going to be enough to get into the playoffs. So I don't think that the Jags are going to make the playoffs this season. But again, I think like the Jets, they're going to be up-and-comers. They're going to cause some teams to probably miss the playoffs because they underestimate them, and they're going to be like young upstart teams.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
You think the Jags got the same, kind of trajectory? Or do you think that they're actually going to make 9-10 wins and actually get into the playoffs this season?
I think the AFC is going to be tough sledding, not just for the Jags, but for every team that's not one of the top 10 teams in that whole conference. If the Jags were in the NFC, it would actually be a conversation of, are they playing meaningful games at the end of the season? I'm not sure that's happening in the AFC for a lot of teams towards the end of this year.
Right.
Another team on this list, Brian, is one you talked about. And by the way, Action Sports Jacks is over. This is the Overtime Show on ESPN 690. Casey Kurtz in the studio. Casey, did you get a ticket from that cop who was behind you or no?
No.
Not sure that mic is on. Why don't you try that again?
No,
Mike's
try
not
it
even
again.
up on the board.
Yeah,
Brian is
don't try
not
it again.
prepared.
I'm over here. Oh, man.
We'll move on for now, Brian, while you're working on that. But the Giants, you mentioned as far as their draft, they're another one of these teams who's been on the playoffs roughly 5 years. 2017, their last playoff game. Do you see the Giants in a weak, not only NFC, but NFC East? A weak NFC East, really outside of the Eagles. Do you see the Giants making it to the playoffs?
Absolutely not, man. The Giants have they have a lot of holes. I like their picks as well, between Thibodeau and Neal. I thought that they were I thought that Neal should have been everybody's favorite.
I wanted both those guys.
And I'm like offensive line all day, right? But I'm a bit biased, I guess. But I think that they're the cornerstone of actually making an offense great, protecting a quarterback and all that good stuff. So I like their draft. But even though the NFC isn't nearly as stacked as the AFC, I don't see them actually making that jump. Now, Barkley, I don't know. What is he injured? Was he injured? Was he injured last season? Saquon? I don't know.
He had a leg injury that wasn't the same as what kept him out for that whole year. I think it was like a high ankle sprain or something.
Is he who he is? Daniel Jones. It's very like half baked. You know what I mean? Like you making a cake. You put it in the oven. It's supposed to be in there for like an hour, but you check it at 30, and it's like you can tell it's better. It's not just batter, but it's not golden brown. It's not fluffy. It's like it's still gooey. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
So the Giants are still gooey.
Very gooey.
Gooey Giants. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they definitely not making the playoffs.
Casey, you got to take on do you think the Giants are going to make the playoffs?
What's up, gentlemen? The Giants making the playoffs. Does Daniel Jones still play on the team?
He does, yeah.
Absolutely
He's currently the starting quarterback.
Absolutely not. I'm not Brent Martineau. Yes, the wrong guy. That's your Daniel Jones believer. I think Daniel Jones is trash. I think they'd be better off playing Brian Middleton, potentially.
This is what we doing all hour. Okay.
Brian's got a job waiting for him.
Yeah, so no, I do not think the Giants are a playoff team. Although, I've been on the record. I'll continue to be on the record. Thibodeau is the best player in the draft. I would have picked him at 1 overall.
I was with you, man. I liked Thibodeau.
So I think he's going to be a problem.
I like
think
Devin
he'll
Neal,
be great.
too, by the way.
See, now you sounding too much like Brown Milton.
I'm just saying, Evan Neal looked like a beast out there. I thought he was going to go real early.
What
1,
happened
2, or
to
3.
Evan Neal? 5? Where did he go? I totally forget.
I think he was
I'm not
closer
even
to 10
trolling.
than 5, wasn't he?
Casey Kurtz.
I picked it in order, but I forget who.
He did pick like the first 7, I think, in order.
I did.
Yeah, I know. He won money off of me for it. That's my thing.
Oh, that's
I like
right.
to
You
lose
ran that.
money to Casey constantly.
I have been taking your money. I will say, gentlemen, you guys were talking a good amount of sports. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Because we didn't talk a lot of sports today on the show.
We tried.
So I appreciate you guys coming in and filling the void on ESPN 690 to talk sports. I do appreciate that. Well done, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was just... Well, there wasn't a lot of sports talk, and I can tell you when we come back from break, there's not going to be a lot of sports talk either because what I just endured on the road.
There you go.
You got some venting to
bad
do.
Boys, bad boys. Oh, what you gonna do?
Oh, it wasn't that. I made it. I want to say this. I made it from Davoli's House of Cards with a police officer behind me for a decent amount of the ride to Town Center Parkway exit in 10 minutes.
Wow.
It took me 7 minutes to get through the light, deal with them idiots right down there.
Wow.
And then I got pulled out in front of twice on this. What's the road out here?
Central
Parkway.
Central. Okay, yeah. I got pulled out in front of twice, and I'm convinced the second lady did it on purpose because I saw her reaction from the rearview mirror because I was hauling. I would have made it on time. By the way, fun fact, I was never in traffic. I was talking to Brent for 20 minutes.
Oh, all right.
And then I bought some cards, too.
Well, you should have got a ticket based on that 10-minute drive.
I should have.
So my man just said, I'm not showing up for work. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool, man. We good.
Well, no, you guys sounded good. I was listening to the show.
We did sound good, Brian. I can confirm this.
I was listening to the
Don't fall for Casey's. Look, man, Casey's playing mind games with that.
We sound tremendous.
You so that you don't recognize the issue here.
By the way, I was surprised by not the Jets being the longest playoff drought. I was surprised about
the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because they changed that this year, obviously. So I missed this part. You might have said I might have been getting out of the car. I might have been screaming at top of my lungs. Does that make Carolina third then?
Carolina's in there. They're not third. Yeah. Giants are third at 5, tied with the next team we'll talk about.
So Carolina went after they lost the Super Bowl?
Carolina's last playoff game was 2018.
I don't know math.
We'll check it out.
You're hanging around?
I am.
Oh, your wife hates us. Action Sports Jacks Overtime, ESPN 690. We got more to do. Stay with us. We'll be right back. What's up? It's Casey of Action Sports Jacks, and the local coverage on ESPN 690 is expanding yet again. After Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, we have been bringing you Overtime on Mondays and Thursdays, but that has now changed. You can catch Brian Middleton and myself daily after Action Sports Jacks and leading you into Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. So starting at 3 p.m. daily, we will have local coverage all night from Action Sports Jacks to OT to Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, all right here on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Becoming mostly clear tonight. It'll be mild. We'll drop into lower 70s, but a hot Thursday. It'll be partly sunny. An isolated afternoon thunderstorm, but still largely dry as temperatures reach the mid to upper 90s. From the CBS 47 at Fox 30 Action News Jack's First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds.
Zero hassle, zero pressure, zero middleman. Just great deals only at Beard's Diamonds.
Technology allows us to manage everything from our wrists.
Get the fly swatter.
Not necessary. My smartwatch will take care of it.
But to manage all your clouds, you need more than technology. You need a VMware cross-cloud services solution orchestrated by CDW to simplify workflows, speed innovation, and secure all your applications across any cloud.
Does your watch tell time?
Only if you get the app.
VMware makes robust multi-cloud management possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/VMware.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Thunderous dunks, crunching body slams, blazing fastballs, heart-racing game winners. Women's work is never done. SiriusXM is recognizing the 50th anniversary of Title IX by shining a light on how far we've come and how much further we need to go to ensure women have an equal chance to be great. Hear women's games, news, and analysis of women's sports and more. The 50th anniversary of Title IX. Download the SiriusXM app and listen now.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good, really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Action Sports Jacks. Watch, listen, subscribe. You can watch us on CBS 47 and Fox 30. You can listen right here on ESPN 690. And you can subscribe to our YouTube and podcast, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Action Sports Jacks. Watch, listen, subscribe.
The legendary Acura Integra is back at your First Coast Acura dealers. Click or call to pre-order yours today. Supply is limited, so don't wait. Pre-order the next generation 2023 Integra at firstcoastacuradealers.com.
Men, did you know that over half of all males suffer from ED or PE?
Ladies, your man should talk to the specialists at Prime Men's Medical Center.
If Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra have let you down,
Men are now lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, and it's affordable.
for a private consultation at Prime Men's Medical Center, call 904-664-8217.
See results on your first visit, guaranteed, or pay nothing.
Call 904-664-8217.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. That summer heat's right around the corner, and so are those high energy bills. Don't just sweat it out. Do something about it. Call Koala Insulation today for your free evaluation. We don't quote over the phone or just poke our heads up in your attic. We do a full evaluation to include attic ventilation needs as well as insulation.
Give us a call at 904-679-6282 or online at koalainsulation.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Snyderman, can you move things in your mind?
Nope.
Did you read our minds?
I got nothing. Were you thinking of nothing?
No. So, what makes you a superhero?
I can tell if you should repair or replace your air conditioning system.
Take the quiz on our website to see if you should repair or replace your unit. If it's time to replace, now you can get 0% interest if you pay in full within 72 months. Visit SnyderAC.com and get the details in a flash.
I think you mean Snyderman.
CAC 1813307.
In Florida, it's not if the storms are coming, it's when the storms are coming. And that's why you need the Chief. Jacksonville's chief meteorologist, Mike Burrish, with a proven track record of keeping local families safe. Rain, heat, hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes. We get it all. Just more reasons why you need the Chief. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Backed by the First Alert Weather Team. Only on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
This is Greg McGarity, President and CEO of Gator Bowl Sports. For the past 76 years, Northeast Florida has been host to the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl and events. When televisions tune into Jacksonville for kickoff, we want to be sure we showcase that Jacksonville supports college football. From buying a ticket to the game, making a donation to send local deserving children to the game, or volunteering, I would ask that you consider supporting this great local tradition. To learn more, visit TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
This man has just entered the gas price madness zone, pushed over the edge by skyrocketing gas prices. The remedy? Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you just say there's a free app I can get that'll actually pay me cash back on every gallon of gas I buy?
Yes. Escape the gas price madness zone with the Upside app and earn real cash back on every gallon of gas you buy.
Yeah. Enough of the theatrics. Just tell me more about this Upside app.
Okay, it's super easy. Just download the free app and use it whenever you buy gas. Upside users can earn hundreds of dollars in cash back.
Wow, thanks, announcer guy. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PICK for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICK for a 25 cents per gallon or more bonus on your first tank.
Help Winn-Dixie raise funds to give educational scholarships to spouses and children of fallen and injured American heroes. Now through the 4th of July, when you choose to round up your total at your local Winn-Dixie, every cent will benefit Folds of Honor, a foundation on the mission to provide opportunities for families of America's heroes. Head to your local Winn-Dixie today and round up your total at checkout and help our military families today. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, we're teaming up with Castrol to bring you the epic Castro Motor Oil Truck Giveaway, where one lucky winner will get a brand new Ford F-150 and then pile the truck bed high. with $5,000 worth of their favorite Napa parts and products. Now that's what we call a truck with a serious payload. See complete rules on how to enter without purchase at CastroPromotion.com.
Napa know-how.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Offer ends 6/30/22.
What's up? It's Casey. Check out our brand new show, The Dream 18 Show, sponsored by Florida Georgia Windows and Doors, right here on ESPN 690 on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. If you like golf, you're going to like this show. The Dream 18 Show, Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Baker.
Yeah.
But from the stuff that I see and read, it's just like, no one wants to hit it. We are already a terrible team. Already a terrible team.
Look, coming from a Panthers fan, you're going to buy it. That's all I'm saying. That's fine. So along with the Panthers and the Jaguars at 4-year droughts, come the Atlanta Falcons.
Hey.
Now, here's a team that kind of feels like it's going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
What are you thinking on the Atlanta Falcons making the playoffs with one Marcus Mariota running for his life?
I'm not objective here at all. I don't like the Falcons. I guess it's a bit of a rivalry, at least back in the day, with them both being in the NFC South. I don't like the Falcons like at all as a team, as an organization. As a city, it's a bit iffy as well. Think it's overrated as a city. Appreciate the fact that it has some big time like Black Hollywood type feel to it because of a lot of the acting that goes on there with some of the shows there. But I'm not high on Atlanta at all. So definitely not. Not with no Marcus Mariota, in my opinion. I don't know any of the moves they made either. I didn't look up anything on them.
London.
I don't want to. Oh, there you go. Well, I know Casey's thinking that they're going to the Super Bowl. He's a Drake London.
He's a big Drake London fan.
Disciple. Yeah, he's
best receiver to ever come out.
Well, it's a good thing they added London because outside of Kyle Pitts, they got nobody to catch the ball.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah.
That's a bad roster.
Real quick, I just want to say if you're on the stream and you've been very confused for the last 10 minutes, I don't know what happened. So I know you've been sitting here looking at us talk. I'm not fully sure why you couldn't hear us. But what I established was it didn't happen until I showed up. Okay, that's what I figured out.
There you go.
So
I set everything up.
So now you can hear us. Amanda, appreciate you letting me know that was not
That's
working.
what I'm talking about. Hey, man, hand clap for Amanda real quick, man. Let me get a hand clap.
Listens to you on the radio?
Not always.
All right.
But
I can't get anyone in my family to listen to me.
Yeah, she was listening and she said, "What's going on?" And then she's like, "I can hear the commercials." And then she was like, "Nah, you're not there." We have been on the radio the whole time though, so if you're in the car, 690 AM, we appreciate you. It's not a Brian Middleton problem. It is a stream problem that me and Aaron will get to the bottom to right after this. So sorry, Britt.
Maybe
it's going to be later
Maybe.
for your
We'll
husband
see.
to come
I might
home.
be out the door.
Atlanta though, Marcus Mariota, no chance. They
Mariota.
suck. The Falcons might have the least talented roster in the league.
It looks that way, right? I mean, there are a few teams that I think are in the conversation, but you look at that wide receiver core with Drake London and nobody else. You look at the running back core with Cordarrelle Patterson, who had a great year last year, but is he that guy?
Right. No, I don't. I mean, I think he's talented, but I don't think he's that good. I will say in the situation that they're going to use him in, I think they're going to run some option. I think they're going to do some weird things. I think he fits perfectly. But you're going to get to a point where you need to turn around and hand it off. Because, one, Marcus Mariota is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Sure.
And, two, they're going to lose a lot. So you're going to need to just run the ball to get out of the game. And Cordarrelle Patterson's not that guy for my money. So, yeah, their wide receiver room is trash besides Drake London. The other dude is like OZ. What's his actual name?
Olamide.
Zacharias or something?
Not even going to attempt it.
Yeah, it's bad. So, yeah, no, I think Atlanta gets the first pick in the draft next year.
That is a bold take, especially because they just drafted Desmond Ridder, who they will promptly throw onto the trash heap should they get that first pick.
Oh, yeah. Bryce Young. Yeah. Come on down.
Come on down.
Or
C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud from Ohio State. Do we have more of this, or are we, Brian, do we have a game? I'm very out of the loop. You want to do this or that? You want to stay for this or that?
Sure.
Britt, we love you. We love you, Britt. I promise he's coming home. Here's the thing, Britt, to be honest with you. Why do you want him at home?
She really does.
Go.
Here's why.
I work with him a lot. I know you live with him. You love him as your husband, but I don't want him here anymore.
Britt wants to get the 7:30 good night, I'm going to bed in, and then I'll take care of the rest with the kids and the rest of the night. That's what she's looking for.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Britt, help is on the way. Just not immediately. We got more to do. Action Sports Jacks Overtime, ESPN 690. And now you can hear us on the stream. We'll be right back.
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Let me ask you something. Are you tired of hearing no? It's kind of a bummer, right? Nobody likes to hear no, so then let me ask the obvious. Are you ready to hear yes? Then you better get to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. Yes, Arlington has 400 pre-owned on the lot and ready to test drive. Yes, Arlington has all makes and models. Yes, Arlington will help you get financed. Plus, Arlington's 30-day exchange program comes with your purchase. One last question. Are you going to find the vehicle you really want? Yes. Just shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Hi, this is Keith Gurr, president of American Window Products. Right now, we're offering a free installation on 6 or more windows, as well as a free energy package. Go to AmericanWindowProducts.com and click for an estimate. That's AmericanWindowProducts.com. American Window Products, we are the window professionals.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit TaxesSaved.com. TaxesSaved.com.
Men, when you're in the mood for love, but you have ED or PE and those little blue pills haven't worked, here's a message from Prime Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Rabinski. If Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra have let you down, Prime Men's Medical Center offers custom-blended medications. Men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, and it's affordable.
Call 904-664-8217. We guarantee you'll see results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call 904-664-8217.
Did you know that you have the power to positively impact a local child's life? It's as easy as donating to Daniel, Florida's oldest child service agency. Daniel provides counseling to abused children. Daniel helps homeless teens find shelter and learn to live independently. Daniel connects kids with foster families and strengthens at-risk families so they can stay together. They've done all this and more for 135 years. Please become a part of improving the lives of local children and families by donating at danielkids.org today.
Hey everybody, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jacks. There's a good chance you have a smart speaker, so use it with ESPN 690. Stay up to date on the Jags and all things sports by telling Alexa or Google to play ESPN 690. It's as easy as that. Make sure you listen weekdays 3 until 6 p.m. on ESPN 690.
Action Sports Jacks Overtime, ESPN 690 on a Wednesday. Can you hear us on the stream? Brian might have figured it out. I'm very confused how it got muted, if that's correct. So,
little sabotage, you thinking? Saboteurs?
Well, here's the thing, folks. I wasn't here, so it was one of you two.
Well, you did just cop to when you showed up, it got out of sorts.
Right, which is, so how did you guys do it? You know, because it was working before, you know? Yeah. So, listen, somebody's got to be to blame, and I'm going to choose one of you two.
All right.
Brian,
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like that right there.
It could have been Brian Middleton at the Broadcast Dawn on Twitter. It could have been Jack's Radio Aaron. That's his @ on Twitter, otherwise known as Aaron Schachter. It does work. I just confirmed on Twitter. Which, by the way, you can watch the show on a stream if you're not driving. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, ESPN 690 Jacks. Just search it up. Or Brent AS Jacks. Or just follow everybody while you're at it. If you're new here, at K Kurtz, at Jack's Radio Aaron, at the Broadcast Dawn on Action Sports Jacks Overtime, right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Brian Middleton, what do we have to do right now?
Yeah, man. So, Casey, I don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we started a segment right before our 2-week break. It's called This or That. It was really simple. Aaron, I'll give you the rules as well.
Yeah, this or
it's
that.
just the same game repackaged. So I'm going to give you 2 options. You tell me which one, and you tell me why. It's very simple.
Okay.
It's very simple, but I think that, it's an enjoyable game, right? I like hearing you guys' opinion, even as wrong as you guys are more times than not, okay? So you guys ready? We're going to go with the easy one, okay?
Let's do it.
We'll go with the easy one.
Are we going at the same time?
Well, no. I'll go between the two of you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So here we go. All right. First up, Casey Kurtz, Costco or Sam's Club?
Costco. They're better.
Okay. Yeah, I said it was an easy one.
So here's the truth. Here's the truth about Costco. So back when I used to need photos to get autographed, they both have photo centers, but the Costco paper is better. And I know you're like, that doesn't make any sense, Casey. It's actually the truth. Like the Costco paper would hold up better.
The photo paper. It's a thicker card stock.
Yeah, and like the Sharpie would take to it better, where the Sharpie on Sam's paper would eventually bleed and just not really look like anything. So I preferred Costco, and they have better samples. That's mostly what matters here.
All right. Okay. Aaron, did you want to jump in, or you want your own this or that?
I got to be honest with you. I don't shop at either, so I wouldn't know where to begin. I know a lot of people enjoy Costco. because it was around longer, but I'm sure Sam's has their own thing.
And to be honest, at this point in time in my life, I'm a BJ's member.
Oh, is that fancy? Would be taking step upgrade on the membership?
I think it's cheaper than the other two, by the way.
Never mind.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's also by the house.
Dirty Casey. Never mind.
Dirty Casey. There we go.
The Red Menace.
So, okay, Aaron, here you go. Kyrie Irving or Russell Westbrook?
Now, look, I'm a huge Nets fan, so I want to say Kyrie Irving. The reality is he's probably coming back next year. I don't want to bail on the guy. I like his style of play when he's on the floor as opposed to when he's sitting on the bench like he does for half the season. But I love, with a capital heart, Russell Westbrook. The dude plays like the Big O. It's amazing. And he makes friends on these teams. I know you guys were talking some trash on him yesterday. He's liked by his teammates.
Talking about Westbrook?
Yeah, it's the fans and the ownership that doesn't like the guy.
And his teammates, because they don't win.
I'm going to go with Kyrie on this one. Better point guard, not a better overall player, better fit for my Nets, and coming back next year. Called it today.
And he'll be there for 41 games.
At best. Including the playoffs.
An all-star level for 41 games.
Okay, there you go. None of them will be in the playoffs, though. All right. Okay. Casey Kurtz.
Yeah.
Dodgers manager Dave Roberts or Astros manager Dusty Baker?
Dave Roberts.
Wow.
It's,
the one that stops perfect games.
Yeah, he does do that. Now, that is annoying. I give it to you. That part is annoying. But Dave Roberts, not that Dusty Baker hasn't, and actually, yeah, the Dusty Baker hasn't, now that I think about it. He's very good at getting a team to the playoffs. Not so good at, winning the ring. The Giants never got it done. The Reds were good when he was there, and obviously he was not the manager when the Astros won the World Series. A.J. Hinch was indeed the manager. So
that's true.
Dave Roberts was that guy for a long time. He got the Dodgers there a bunch, and then they beat the Rays, and he got to the point where he could win a ring. Great player also, by the way. Dusty Baker, a good player as well.
Yeah,
but
a long career.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Dave Roberts because he got it done, and I think the Dodgers have been so good for so long in the regular season. I know they've not been great in the playoffs, but when you play 162 games a year and you're winning 100 of those 5 straight years, you got to give it to Dave Roberts.
Okay. All right.
He does shut fun down, though, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Aaron Schachter, Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams?
Oh, man. So, full disclosure, I've had Devontae Adams on my favorite fantasy team for 3 seasons running now.
A nice move.
First round pick, I insist. Always gives me more value than any running back I'm going to pick there.
Cap.
That being said, I got to go Cooper Kupp on this one. The guy is in his prime. He's on the way up. He's ascending. Devontae Adams, not only was he in his prime already, but he just joined the Raiders where his numbers will inevitably go down. He's going to share the ball more than he shared it on the Packers. He's got a less consistent quarterback than he had on the Packers. Maybe they'll throw more on the Raiders than they did on the Packers, but I have a feeling Cooper Kupp is going to take that trophy from the mantle and stick with it.
Any rebut, Casey?
Cap.
There it is.
But I actually do agree that
not the cap.
He will have to spread the ball.
Yeah.
He won't. Yeah, I mean, that is a true statement. So
there's just more options on that team.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not better options, but it's just like Hunter Renfrow needs his targets. Like, they're good when Hunter and Darren Waller needs his targets.
So are you saying Hunter Renfrow isn't better than Lazard?
Hunter Renfrow is much better than Lazard.
All right. So, they are better targets.
I meant better targets than him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm saying, he's the best player on the team, but these guys need their targets as well.
For real. No, not only need him, but will open up the field for Devontae Adams.
Exactly.
Not as if he needs it, but they will.
All right, we'll try to get these last 2 in real quick.
Yeah.
Aaron Schachter.
Hit me.
Okay, skip me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I went to you. My bad. Casey Kurtz.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Here we go. Kendrick Lamar or Big Sean?
Oh. Casey just got lit up.
I think there's a right answer there, too, so don't pick wrong.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a right answer.
There's a right answer.
Here's the thing, though, guys.
Don't do it.
Who have I seen in concert multiple times?
That's a good question because I don't know the answer.
Who have I met multiple times?
But is this Big Sean?
It's B.I.G. Sean.
Yeah. And by the way, Big Sean, a legend in his own right.
I was listening to Big Sean on the way here, actually.
Yeah.
Love Kendrick Lamar, though.
Big Sean is the right answer, by the way.
Really?
Wow.
I'm glad.
That's the right answer.
I thought you would have went with Kendrick. I would have went with Kendrick.
I do love Kendrick Lamar, but Big Sean's my dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's good.
Love Big Sean. I got 2 pictures with the man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Love him. Gonna listen to him on the way home.
Aaron
A little bit of that dark sky paradise.
I hope you don't get a noise ticket. JSO about to come hunt.
Man, they should have got me for a speeding.
There you go. Aaron Schachter, really quick. I was going to give you a softball of the Yankees or Mets, but I want to give you a harder one.
Okay.
The 2000s or the 2010s?
Man, I kind of hated the 2000s, if I'm being honest.
There we go.
Really? 2010s, my life was really coming together. I was hitting a bunch of career milestones.
All right.
I met my future next wife. I got out of my original marriage.
And he said got out of it like it's a bad contract.
Listen,
I hope she
I'm
listens.
friends with her now, so I don't want to be mean.
I hope she
But it
listens
wasn't
to
working
this
for
show.
either one of us. And that took 2 years, by the way. You want to talk about a rough start to the 2010s. But it was all uphill from there, man. I'm going with the 2010s, hands down.
There you go. All right, well, that's it for this or that, guys.
All right, we got about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5:55. What, 55? 30 something?
55.
Are you going to suggest pants off, dance
you're
off?
right. Great call. So we're actually out at
29.
This is how we do the show. We talk about it.
Okay.
So I have a couple minutes to tell you the Lightning are on tonight, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Lightning and the Avalanche. Do you watch?
I watch most of the time during the regular season for hockey. I'll watch highlights, and then I'll try to catch games, especially for Stanley Cup.
All right. Well, let's try again. Will you watch tonight?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you're going to come home.
I may not stay up
after
for the whole
being
game.
Here all day.
I may not
and
stay
you're
for the whole
gonna
game,
watch
but I'll be
a
watching.
hockey game? Do you hear this man, Brent?
Hey, man. That man said he's still celebrating Father's Day. He's still celebrating Father's Week.
I tell you what,
Father's Week.
Year.
I tell you what. I don't know if you could have done better, but I'm guessing probably.
High probability. High probability.
Lightning and Avalanche tonight. Lightning need to
And
win.
you just gonna let him talk to you like
It's
that?
2 games
You know
to
he's
one.
not wrong.
That disrespect.
He's
This last
not
20 seconds.
wrong. I believe the same stuff. Tell her all the time.
There we
It's like
go.
Well, never mind
You're way
then.
too pretty to deal with this nonsense. What are you doing with it?
Lightning and Avalanche coming up. Spain and Fitz next right here on ESPN 690. We are back tomorrow. Me, Brent, and Aaron in the studio. Then me and Brian from 6 to 6:50. The Jumbo Shrimp are back on tomorrow night. Have a good night. Go Bolts, baby. We need a win. I want to eat a spicy chicken in my Tesla. Is it too much to ask?
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You don't get to be the league's all-time leading rusher without feeling some pain.
Pro football legend Emmitt Smith knows joint pain, and he also knows the old treatments aren't the only treatments. Today, there's a natural alternative to drugs and surgery. It's biologic therapies from QC Kinetics.
I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself.
Do you have pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, lower back? Want to get your life back? The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics can help.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain.
Don't put it off. Call QC Kinetics. Restorative, regenerative solutions with no downtime and lasting results.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love. There's a new natural solution that patients are raving about.
QC Kinetics.
Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. QC Kinetics 274-5522.
This man has just entered the gas price madness zone, pushed over the edge by skyrocketing gas prices. The remedy? Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you just say there's a free app I can get that'll actually pay me cash back on every gallon of gas I buy?
Yes, escape the gas price madness zone with the Upside app and earn real cash back on every gallon of gas you buy.
Yeah. Enough of the theatrics. Just tell me more about this Upside app.
Okay, it's super easy. Just download the free app and use it whenever you buy gas. Upside users can earn hundreds of dollars in cash back.
Wow, thanks, announcer guy. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PICK for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICK for a 25 cents per gallon or more bonus on your first tank.
Men, did you know that over half of all males suffer from ED or PE?
Ladies, your man should talk to the specialists at Prime Men's Medical Center.
If Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra have let you down,
Men are now lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, and it's affordable.
for a private consultation at Prime Men's Medical Center, call 904-664-8217.
See results on your first visit, guaranteed, or pay nothing.
Call 904-664-8217.
In Florida, it's not if the storms are coming, it's when the storms are coming. And that's why you need the Chief. Jacksonville's chief meteorologist, Mike Burrish, with a proven track record of keeping local families safe. Rain, heat, hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes. We get it all. Just more reasons why you need the Chief. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish, backed by the First Alert Weather Team. Only on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
If you want to hit the road this summer in a fuel-efficient ride that's just right for the journey ahead, then listen up, because you need to rent a Toyota from Arlington Toyota. If you've tried to rent lately, then you know rental companies are short on inventory, but not our friends over at Arlington Toyota Rent-A-Car. Arlington has a whole lot of rental stock ready to rent at a great price. Plus, renting a Toyota is the best way to try it before you buy it. Arlington's even stocking 2022 models to rent. Just go to arlington.com, reserve your rental, and discover just how good Toyota Rent-A-Car can be.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anna Jar and Levine studios. Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
The Stanley Cup Final reaches Game 4 tonight in Tampa. The Avalanche lead the Lightning 2-1. For the Lightning, Nikita Kucherov and Nick Paul will play tonight. Braden Point is out again with a lower body injury. For the Avalanche, Nazem Kadri could be available tonight. He's been out almost 3 weeks with a broken thumb. In baseball, former Brewers outfielder Lorenzo Cain is now a free agent. He was designated for assignment by Milwaukee last week.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
You run it back, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole. These guys, their contracts are up in a year. If you have that type of money, you bring everybody back, and you do it the same way next year.
More from KJ and Max Thursday morning at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
One, two, three, ho!
This is Spain and Fitz on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and SiriusXM Channel 80.
It
has been a profoundly sad day for the Baltimore Ravens organization. This morning, the Ravens announced that outside linebacker Jalen Ferguson, a former third-round pick, died at the age of 26. And then just a couple hours ago, Tony Siragusa, known as the Goose, who played for 12 seasons in the NFL, was a member of the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl winning defense in 2012. Died at the age of 55 years old on Wednesday. No cause of death in either Siragusa or Ferguson's death, but a tremendously sad day for the Baltimore Ravens organization. You're listening to Spain and Fitz on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Courtney Cronin, Amber Wilson sitting in for Sarah and Jason on this Wednesday evening. ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Meanwhile, not far away from the Baltimore Ravens facility,